the city map.
Everybody's locally in.
Oh, hi.
We're alive. Rivallon wants to kill something.
Yeah, we're alive.
Fuck you, Rivallon.
Fuck you.
Rivallon hasn't killed anything for months.
Probably. Probably.
Oh, hi.
We're alive.
Oh, they changed things. It's no longer new. It's now uncategorized.
Yeah, I know. That threw me off.
Fuck you.
There you
Fucking sucks, man.
So, this is my dad's logic when cooking. Last time he didn't give me enough sauce, so this time it is a bowl of sauce.
Yeah.
That's what I was
I don't need to see food with my stomach right now. I need to see. The worst thing is I'm hoping it's just the milk, because if it's not the milk that's making me sick, it's the fact that I have bagels. Because that's the only thing that's changed in my diet is I got a bag of bagels and I'm eating them for breakfast, like toasted with some butter, and if that's the problem,
because bagels are delicious.
Well, it's blueberry bagels, so I'm wondering, am I allergic to blueberries now? What's going on? It's just like I love blueberries.
That's just wrong. Fruit and bread, no.
It's illegal,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, you can be allergic to bread. I mean,
Well, no, I mean being allergic to blueberries. That's illegal.
Oh, that's perfectly fine with me.
No, I love blueberries. They're good.
I love blueberries, but I can have them safely in the house because Rival does not like them.
I had blueberry. I made myself blueberry pancakes for Pancake Tuesday a few weeks ago, and it was.
I wish I had a more mobile camera, because that would have been amazing for you guys to see. Duke's figured out that he can carry his toys with him, so he picks a mouse every day and he plays with it and just kind of keeps it with him as he walks around the house in his mouth.
Oh, that's cute.
There's what was I about to say? The
Plays fetch too.
Do you know who else really likes blueberries, or what should I say, what animal? Wolves. Apparently, wolves love blueberries.
Oh yeah,
That makes sense.
They're
know,
really
they're-
just
really good for
dogs in
themselves.
general.
That
Dogs
would
in general
actually
love-
be like relevant to my character if I hadn't been raised by dire squirrels.
Yeah, it's true.
Carnivorous dire squirrels.
I mean, we all know that there are two wolves inside of you, and both of them are hella gay. So,
Hi everybody, welcome to D&D.
welcome. We're all a bit hyper as usual.
I don't think we are.
Oh, no, everybody else is hyper. I'm fucking sick, man.
I'm fine.
We're not last week level.
Roach is dying.
No.
Listen, if we make Roach laugh too much, he might actually puke. So don't do that.
Oh,
Do
Yeah,
it!
it's not.
no,
Do it!
because that will
I
automatically make
I
me
endeavor
puke.
never to do that on camera.
You can laugh or
That's
puke because you already failed.
Yeah. But okay.
It tastes like alphabeti spaghetti. I'm digging it.
Alphabeti spaghetti!
You're breaking
I'm going
the
to
rule,
sleep.
Mitch.
See you
I don't
guys
need to
later.
hear about- I don't need to hear about food today, especially things that are like savory or salty. I just don't need it right now.
Mikey's lying down.
So, just a side note, because I didn't get a chance to tell it to anybody, but I did post it on like my YouTube community page and everything.
just
When I
broke.
sat down, the day after our last session, I sat down in the morning and the back of my chair snapped. And this is a racer chair, so this is a metal frame, and I basically sat down and did the kind of stretch and leaned back with that, and apparently that was enough to snap the connection point between the hinge of my chair and the frame. So I had to spend the day getting it open and welding it back together,
Ooh.
which worked. It's totally fine now, and I love the fact that that's an option, because if this was plastic or anything like that, if this was fucking plastic or something like that, I'd be out $150 for this fucking chair.
Yeah.
What I'm glad about is that you didn't go back with it and then, ruin your back.
Oh no, I wasn't doing. Like it didn't do that. Like it was still connected on the other one. The problem was that it was no longer solid, so I could just like it was locked in, but I could still just like lean back almost to 90. But it was resistant, so that's kind of the problem with it. So it was because it was the part that held the tension on the chair, not the free floating hinge. But so got that story out of me, as I'm still also like super worried about this thing just snapping again. So,
Snapping and Roach vanish out of the screen.
Well,
yeah, so
I mean,
at least
And
it
he gets
wasn't the
replaced by a cat.
at least it wasn't the
Bye.
piss. At least it wasn't the pneumatic piston or something that keeps this thing up. Like it just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
sat down, bam, just straight
See,
down.
in my chair, the piston is gone, but because I am what's technically known as a short ass, I was down here anyway.
I was
so it
hoping
doesn't
you were just going to
actually
say
matter.
technically known as small. I was going to go, yeah, you're short ass.
Yeah. But no,
You beat me to
I
it, though.
beat you to it, babe.
Damn it!
So, last week, you lot finally arrived towards your destination,
Which was
capital-
Stonelass.
the capital city of Stunlass. Here, you encountered an underdeveloped and non-finished city that was in a quasi state.
It was in the
That's not very
warp,
nice. You don't
you
call
know.
it names.
It was in the warp, kind of. You know, it hasn't quite
It was-
all the
it
way
was in the
formed
warp.
yet. You know?
You also encountered a village of very just
Depressed?
very
Depressed?
well, just kind of like they know what they are.
Bunch of people came in
peasants.
who were just wearing what they travel in with their like weapons and everything, and everyone went,
Super magic shit, like magic
Bags
weapons.
and bags of gold.
"Here, have a
Bags
gold
and bags
piece.
of gold. Ton of gold.
Have two. Ah!
Make it rain! Make it rain!"
I haven't seen one of these since my grandpa passed away, and we put them on his eyes.
Who the hell would put gold pieces on somebody's eyes? It's copper pieces.
Especially not a peasant as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they
Yeah,
did
they
do
just-
that,
they-
I guarantee
they
you
have
they wouldn't have
gold,
gone in
but
the
they're only allowed
ground
to
with
use-
them on.
It's like they have gold. They're only allowed to use it at funerals.
Or
Yeah.
instantly dug up and gone. There for
You
next
don't know what
time.
their culture's like.
No, we're
But you arrived in Stunlass and finally got to the Bright Temple, where the contact that you had been told about was located. A very old elvish man named Elmond.
Here's a chocolate coin.
Who has a chocolate coin for everybody, just to see them smile. Was able to point you towards another contact that he has within the military of the dynasty. A middle-aged human man named Haslab, who you encountered midday drunk at his residence, current quarters, in an uptown, or not uptown, but well-to-do madam's home. And we left off with
She's a
you.
madam. I missed
Well,
that.
no,
bit.
not madam, but just a older woman's home, widow's home.
It's too late. We know what you said now.
Yeah.
In the basement.
But we left off with you being kind of shuffled out of his room as he reviewed the information that you provided him.
That's right,
and
forcefully
me,
sobered him up.
yeah, and me being me having to drop the session a half hour early due to the fear of being sucked up into a natural phenomena. That happened.
I could have used that so badly. I could have really used that so badly.
Going to meet the wizard.
Yeah.
becoming a
Oh,
cow in
Illinois.
Twister.
Cow. Another cow. Actually, I think I was the same one.
Which, by the way, that scene makes absolutely no sense because the cow comes in from the opposite direction again.
Yes, I
But
know.
a tornado doesn't change.
No, it doesn't. It's not supposed to change. It's not supposed to make sense.
That's its defining principle. Is it spins in one direction. It's the fucking...
Still cool.
We never said
Yeah.
that these movies made sense. We just said they were funny.
It's just, I hate that movie so much. Having a fucking tornado growl. It does.
Well, actually, they purr.
It's more of just a low groaning noise as it eats away everything. So yes, you all are
Zombie
currently
confirmed.
in the hallway of this building, second floor. Kind of outside this door. And some time goes by. Maybe 10 minutes. 15 minutes. Until you hear a voice come out from behind the doorway of Haslad, beckoning you back into his quarters.
I open the door and let everybody else in and follow in last, closing the door behind me.
Okay. Again, you see the middle-aged human man. He seems to be... You get a better look at him this time, as it's less rushed. He's... older, but not old. Like, his hair looks much more gray than it should be compared to what his face kind of shows. It's long, straight hair, kind of just, like, disheveled. And he doesn't look like his uniform is wrinkled and creased in certain ways where it looks like it's clean, but it doesn't look like this has been taken off in a while. Like, probably slept in this maybe a day or two. But he's got the bags under his eyes, like he hasn't slept very well over the last little while, and he has the documents that you've copied painstakingly down into common in front of him, kind of arrayed, and a glass of amber liquid in front of him to the side. Where did you get all this?
Many places.
It's information we've collected on our travels, some of which from missions we've been hired to do.
Your reports state that these individuals have weapons that are foreign to our minds, to our shores.
I produced one from the bag of holding.
6 weeks later. Oh god.
Hold that.
No, we don't. No, we actually do have one.
We've got a couple actually, I think.
No, we only have one. The other one is spoken for.
Oh,
I think we've got about 6.
Shut up. They're all spoken for.
Much like the sweets in your hand, they're all spoken for.
You have to understand from my perspective here. It's not that I don't believe you. But I have a soft spot for Elmond. He's a fine man.
Make some good chocolate.
Chocolate thing is a bit weird. Should probably talk to him about that.
If it was, we could be kids.
I'm not going to comment on that.
But I don't know you.
That's
I don't
fair.
know of you.
Yes.
And this is very odd. This indicates that there might be something happening when it would be the worst possible time for it to occur for them. There are 4 orders in the city right now. Plus the personal guards of all of the vice princes.
But all of the vice princes will be in one place.
And I hate to tell you this, but your armor is useless against these weapons. Mine is magically reinforced and also some of the best you can buy.
That's included for sure in the pamphlet.
Yeah, she reinforces that like I was turned to Swiss cheese by these things.
There is
No such thing as Swiss cheese. I know.
Teutonian cheddar.
Brie. Yeah.
there. That may be so, but the amount of force arrayed in the city right now is
Dead.
overwhelming.
They also have dragons. Can you fight dragons? I have fought dragon. It was not easy. I can assure you of that.
For proof,
No, it's not.
look at the lovely armor.
And that was just one of them without a mount.
Oh, believe me, I have looked at all of you. This is one of the
What is
reasons
it?
I am entertaining
My
this
armor.
right now.
Look at my armor.
What do we need to do to prove that this is actually coming?
Well,
Because it is.
I suggest we can prove it by just not doing anything. And then, when it all starts
I
kicking
need.
off, he'll call for our help. And we'll save their asses.
I need time to verify your claims.
You've got until everything starts kicking off when the voting happens. That's as,
We have
that's as much
time.
time as you got.
Have time until the festival, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The solstice.
Yeah, because that wouldn't make a great time to make
I
an
would
attack,
re-
would it?
I would request that you leave with me one of these weapons. I'll have one of my trusted tinkerers take a look at it closely to ascertain its origin or forgery, if that may be the case.
We've already got one out.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah,
Would
I,
you
I,
leave it
set,
with
I,
me?
set, I set that one down on the desk. We
Do you
also have
have
it.
ammunition for it to be used?
Do we?
We have like 60 rounds of ammo.
Somebody's got
I've got
the bag
loads
of
of the firing
holding.
pins. I've got the firing
I'm also pretty sure that we did take a load of ammo with us. That was
We
the-
did.
The ammo got displaced to Rivallon. So
Rivallon, give him 2
Come
pouches
on.
of the ammo. Just give it to me.
Come on.
I give one of the 12 boxes of 5 replacement needles as well.
Rivallon.
These are. We
He
believe
just
these.
needs one.
Rivallon's just slinked out of the background. It's gone.
We believe that these create the whatever
Igniting force.
charge goes is the igniting force.
Rivallon,
I've
just
just
give
very
him one of
what
them.
Michael's
important.
doing.
I don't know what it's for, but it's very important to make the thing go boom.
Hmm
Also true, yes.
I don't know how, but it is.
It also hurts a lot when it hits you.
But I don't know about that.
Listen, Ustinia. Rivallon's still hiding.
Offline again. What? Okay, this is happening every week at this time. Why did my stream go offline again?
It's still live on Discord.
No,
It's not?
it's offline on.
Oh
Twitch.
yeah, it took a second for it to update. Yeah.
Okay, that's really weird. Every Wednesday at this time.
Twitch hates D&D.
Twitch hates D&D confirmed.
Yeah.
Give me a moment, guys. And it switched back to saying Prestige Hunt Showdown.
Oh, it's official. Twitch is bad.
Twitch maybe just hates Midge.
I mean, that's also possible. Yeah.
What is happening? Give me a
Hello,
moment.
rivals. How are you?
It's alright. I'm just watching Duke play with his mice. His stuffed mice.
He's adorable, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, he gets like so into it. He just like bats the mice and then he just like bats it too hard in one direction without catching it. He just like hucks the fucking thing across the room with one of his and goes chasing it.
Okay, should be back up now. So weird. Every Wednesday at the moment at this time.
Oh, look at
Thank
the wee kitty.
I wonder if my internet service provider are doing something at this time or something, and it's
Yeah, you're
I
back
just
up.
had
But
Yeah,
you
why
said back
8
up.
o'clock on a weekend?
Wednesday middle of the week, weekday.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
so yeah, Midge,
our
you're back up
internet
on
provider
the stream
usually
up right
does it at 2 in the morning, so only Rival is affected by it.
Yeah, like even
I'm
so.
getting up. I'm getting cramp.
I was gonna say how are you gonna maintain this, rival? Because I know you're.
Wait,
with
And your spine put up with this.
Yeah, I was gonna
Just
wait
wait.
for your body to just
Wait.
give way.
Yeah, sorry about
Oh,
that, guys. Back now.
Tickle him, Red, tickle him. He'll get
Don't
up.
tickle me.
No, that will kill him.
I don't know what happened. Ah! I don't know what happened. It just seems
Okay.
to be free every Wednesday at this time. For the past couple of
Woo!
weeks, my stream has crashed out.
My chair's not bent.
But yes,
You good?
I mean, I've been trying to tell people I'm good, but you guys have been screaming over it.
What?
No, sorry, I was talking to Rival.
Hey!
He looked like he was dying. Oh.
We good?
Yeah.
So, Rivallon, that ammo, please.
I've rolled stealth.
Has he?
Rivallon, you're in a well lit room.
I still
I did
see him.
roll advantage.
You're in a well lit room
God,
that's.
my seat is actually buggered now.
Come on. We're
No.
not going to give much.
We just do
Fine.
this.
I'll give him
We just do this and search
3
for him.
rounds. That's all he's getting.
That's more than enough.
Thank you.
You have like 60 shots.
Shut up.
20.
I will have my men look over this object and these documents, review them.
Do you need any more copies of those documents? I can provide a few more.
You have a spare? Yes.
In common or Elvish?
Maybe
Either-
in French or Teutonic or German or Welsh or.
Either are you? Either would be fine.
I give Elvish just so we've got a few more common to give out, just for other people who can't speak it.
Thank you. This shouldn't take long to look this over and work up a plan of action if such is needed. I would request that you remain in the city during this time.
Very
In
well.
fact, he takes out a paper and takes a quill out and writes down on it. There are 2. Seriously, Duke?
Right.
I'm being
Duke.
adorable!
People will pay attention to me.
Just ignore the boy. Ignore the boy. He'd be okay.
I can't because it's just all I'm hearing behind me is poo, 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 poo. I don't know if he's like fucking with something.
Well, I mean, we can see it, so we can tell you.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Hey, Roach. Hey, Roach. He's just knocked over like 6 of your books.
You say that jokingly, but
He's just like, no.
Hey, Roach,
There are 2.
He's piloting a mech suit.
Is that Mech Warrior, boy? Is that Mech Warrior?
No, it's not ready.
Roach has built the very first mech. But is it a commando, though?
I haven't finished the stabilizing the reactor. There are 2 inns within the city that I have some pool in. Stay at one of them. Your rooms will be paid for.
Free room.
He gives you a paper on it gives you a paper kind of fold in half. One side's they're different. One side's for what is stated to be the Jade Arrow and the other one's for the Crossed Maiden, which are 2 inns / taverns inside the city.
What areas
You'll be able
of
to
the
find.
city are they in?
Which one's
Crossed Maiden-
closer?
The Crossed
Which one's in the
Maiden
best area?
well, the crossed maidens. You guys keep talking over me. You're not gonna fucking know.
Can't help it. Ken!
The crossed.
Alright.
The crossed
Seriously,
maidens.
so damn cute.
Get out!
She's about to be like, I kill Rivallon. Die.
Rivallon is suffering from pulmonary edema. He's choked on his fluids inside his lungs. Slowly, make a
And then
constitution.
Sesh is just like, I can't save him. I don't have greater restoration.
The crossed maidens in the Pearl Docks district. Should be able to find it easily enough. And the Jade Arrows in the Upper Ward.
Jade Arrow.
As we're in town for some time, is there anywhere where we could get some additional work if you don't have anything for us? We are a band of
I should get to you
adventurers.
within a day or two.
Okay.
We can keep ourselves entertained for a day or two and not get into much trouble. Right, Rivallon?
Why is everyone looking at me?
And then we all just turn to Astinia and we're gonna go, so you want a kebab?
That was
Sure.
his fault, not me.
Do they sell that here as well?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprising considering how close it is to Alhood. But anyway, that's something to talk about a different time. Thank you for your time, Sir... Oh god, I forgot his name. Haslid. Haslad.
Aslan?
Aslan.
Thanks, Aslan.
Haslan Vogue.
Thank you for your time, Sir Aslan Vogue. It's been interesting.
I'll be in touch.
Lay off the sauce, she says as she leaves.
It's been emotional.
It's been a real tearjerker, you know?
Takes a drink as you leave. And you leave the two-story building, where you are escorted off of the property itself and are back on the streets in the North Gates district.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm going to an inn, getting cleaned up, and then I might do a spot of shopping.
I wouldn't mind a bath. It's been a while since we got a bath, considering all the travel we've been on.
There's been plenty of rivers for you to bathe in.
It's not quite
True,
the same
they're
Rivallon.
cold. Yeah.
Oh, Stinia hasn't gotten drunk in a while.
Stinia's
You're
like,
on your
He is
own.
going
ale.
to fix this.
You're on your own.
You know what? I'll go drinking with Astinia. Because I have
God.
a death witch. That's
Yes.
why. I have a death witch. It's also known as heavy alcoholism. Heavy alcoholism.
Isaac is going to go to a library if he can find one.
Mog, that was the
A
second place Mog was
library.
going.
Make an investigation check.
Who?
Isaac said he was going to go see a lot. You head off from the rest of the party, heading to the Ashtown district, where you were told to head towards. It's a very large district, probably the largest within inside of the walls. And you were guided towards not a library, but a bookshop.
Okay.
We don't
called the
do
Turned-
libraries here.
called the Turned Page. It's a little hole in the wall, but ow, stop that. Not very large, not very big, but it has a fairly large selection, just kind of on shelves that you can look through. Is there anything specific you're looking for?
I go in and I ask one of the shop attendants. Excuse me, I'm looking to find records of local settlements throughout the area, I'm looking for specifically stuff that's been destroyed or in ruins. Just looking for sort of general histories, information there.
So you go to a like a gnomish woman who is stocking a shelf, and when you go over, looks over towards you, and just like very thick Coke bottle glasses. It's very like small eyes that you can see through them. More records of pre-dynasty, or
Pre-dynasty to sooner. I'm just looking for local histories. Records would be good, but I haven't been able to find a library, so I'm seeing what you've got.
well, there'd only be the official library of the prince in his own residence. We don't have many records here, but I could suggest to you this little page turner. She presents a book towards you. It has a very pulp cover in a in a way, and it looks to be an ancient elven maiden in pre-dynasty armor. Being rescued by a man of undetermined cultural origin from the plains.
Is this a shonen or or is it a doujin? Is my
This
question.
deals somewhat with pre-dynasty culture. I've been told it's fairly well researched, and people seem to enjoy it.
What's it called?
Tough love.
No. In the arms of Lutetian.
Oh god.
Play elf. It's called Play elf.
Stania's just like, I didn't expect to sign up to porn when I came here, but okay. I didn't know this was a casting couch, but here we are.
It's called Emerald Eyes in the Morning. Is what it's
Yep.
How much is it?
called. Like 4 silver pieces.
And
You just bought a porn book, Midge.
do you have any maps? Not yet. I haven't.
Oh, give him a second. Let him buy his maps as well.
She thinks for a second. Yes, I believe we have a few. Some local, a map of the city, or you mean the dynasty as a whole? We have some.
Both. Any far between.
One moment. Lucky
I'm a
bastard.
bit of I'm a bit of a cartographer and map collector myself. So.
I give you a 50-50 shot of that, and you got an 11. Okay. Yes, we have one here, and kind of like unrolls a parchment, an illustrated parchment map that's got a very detailed painted display of kind of the lower successor kingdoms. So it has as the dynasty Osnia and the Athrunian Empire's like southern quarter as a part of it.
Yes, that. And do you have a town map as well? A city map, sorry, as well? Just, I know you've already given us one.
No, unfortunately, I don't have one of those.
I will buy the book and.
That'll be 1 gold piece and 4 silver.
Okay. Thank you. And do you have any primers, language primers?
Like how to learn Elvish?
Yes, for example.
Elvish for dummies.
I already have 1/20th of the way of learning Elvish because R1 started teaching me, and then I never could continue it.
And you never asked Rivallon, the elf, to carry on teaching you.
Not really a good teacher, I would think.
How the hell would you know? You never asked. Granted, I might start with the basic words: death, destruction, killing,
Murder.
But he would have learned.
At least
This
I know
primer-
how to say the words bow, arrow, headshot.
Yeah. This
Kill
primer
steal.
can
Kill Steal is a
help
favorite
you-
one of his.
This primer can help you learn basics, conversational Elvish. It's
That sounds
somewhat. It's not going to help you become fluent, but it'll help you in a situation if you'd prefer. This is 2 silver
Hey, Grim
pieces.
Bon Ripper.
And you got anything very special?
Special.
Yeah, he wants more porn.
And no, I was actually gonna go on the anything magical.
Magical. No, sir.
I heard a rumor of some magical books.
But is there anything behind that beaded door over there that I can investigate? Wink, wink. Anything in a dwarvish category? Because we know Isaac has a fondness of.
It's our stock room, sir. Just our
I saw
stock
Mitch
room.
nearly die on his tea there.
This is our stock room. So that's a grand total of 1 gold per.
Yeah, 1 gold, 6 silver, and the DVD rentals. Where are they?
Oh, you
We
want to
expect
make
it to be returned clean.
I'm gonna need your ID.
Do you sell lubricant and tissues as well?
Hold on, because you got now you have a map
He's
of the
checking.
dynasty. No, I'm getting the dynasty map out.
Honestly, I thought Mitch was checking for a second there. He's like, do I?
I'm good.
Guys,
Oh,
this is
God.
going weird again.
We're awful
Welcome
people,
to
by
last
the way.
week.
It's not quite
Listen.
last,
We may or may not be on meth all the time.
yeah. I've got 169 gold now.
Hey! Nice.
That's 169 more than Isaac usually has.
And then he also, and where will I find the Harry Potter erotica?
Over here, hidden behind all of the werewolf porn.
Get it.
Yeah, behind the werewolf porn, in between the Lichen and fiend porn.
If you just go around the tiefling section,
I'm looking for a copy of In the Arms of an Angel.
isn't that just Isaac's biography?
Yeah, it's one night, in depth explained.
Sweet. Okay, I buy the books and map and I leave.
Thank God does he leave.
Well, that map loads.
I've got a. If I can get it booted up on my Dropbox, I've got it on there, and I can give you a preview while that loads in the background. If I can actually get the damn
Yeah,
thing
it's
open.
still loading, mate. Don't worry about it.
I have it closed on my end because I'm just want to let it load for you because you're the one who bought it. So
I've closed it as well. I'm waiting for it to load. So
There you go, Mitch. If you want to see it right now, it's on Dropbox.
I will get it up on my phone. But yes, and then I'm gonna try and regroup with the party before they stray. Ooh, pretty. I like that. That's a really nice house.
Ooh.
It's a
So
really
everybody watching will get to see it sooner or later.
Oh yeah, just not yet.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
medieval England kind of art style-y. I like that.
Hmm.
So, while that's happening, what is everybody else doing? You picked the Jade Arrow, right? As your and you were going
Yes.
to.
Yeah, because it's in
To
the
comp
rich
two.
district.
Yeah.
All right, so you head to the upper wards, or the upper ward, and while it's not on the map, the upper ward is separated from the rest of the city by a stone wall. Not a fortified wall, but more like on par with like gated community wall, enough to keep people out, but not like an army.
the riffraff out.
Yeah, it's definitely not a part of the original design of the city because the wall bisects a street. As you can see, like it's just made there to keep like it separates a street halfway across, like you can tell. It is guarded, and the entrance, one of the entrances you find, it has a couple of guards there standing and keeping an eye on things. They are not stopping people from entering, but they are like eyeing people. And you can tell kind of the only people who are going into this section are ones that look kind of like they belong.
Mog stands up straight and starts looking like she belongs because she does.
Know what that feels like.
Make a persuasion, charisma.
It's not
check. Make it
deception.
straight.
Performance.
Make it. Well, no, make charisma because you're trying to. You were not necessarily deceiving. You do belong there. It's just whether or not they realize that.
So what?
Charisma.
Just a
Make a
straight
charisma
charisma.
check.
Charisma.
Yep. Yep. You would have disadvantage normally because of Ustenia.
19.
Why? What did I do?
All right.
Is it
It would be awesome if Ustenia just broke out a posh accent, like out of nowhere.
Hello! Ah,
Estenia is a
Top
pretty
tier
much a
posh
lord.
accent. Go for it.
Oh yeah, no, he is, but he doesn't look like
Yeah.
a lord.
Surprisingly,
to them.
it's only those two who actually belong here.
Yeah.
Ustenia and
Yeah,
Isaac, kind of, because Isaac
Hey,
was also. a
Rivallon might
nobleman.
belong here. We just
Steve.
don't know it yet.
Am I the
God,
only
this-
person here who doesn't have noble parents?
No,
this
I don't,
discrimination
as far as
against
I know.
nomads is shocking.
I mean-
Discrimination
As far as I
against
know.
nomads.
I mean,
is
Rivallon
shocking.
was raised
Discrimination
by
against
wolves,
nomads.
so I mean,
He was raised
I
by
guess-
nobles.
I guess
He's the real
technically, if he was
barbarian.
technically, if he was raised by like the alpha, then yeah, he's the heir to the pack.
Yeah.
So
Raised
he's
by
technically
wolves.
I
am the only
he's
person.
wolven royalty.
Yeah, technically, I'm the only person here who's not royalty of any kind. I'm just a mason's daughter.
A 19 charisma check. You get like a side glance from one of the guards as your group walks by, but nobody like stops you, or says anything. Like, it's just kind of like they're keeping an eye on you, but you look like you could belong. So they're not active. It's not like active policing of the entrance. It's more like just people know where they are. People know their place. Is kind of what you're getting the sense here. But you walk in, it's a very different atmosphere. Here, it was a fairly standard kind of city in the Ashtown district that borders the upper ward, but now it's very refined architecture, uniformity, lots of greenery here and there, some trees being like trees being planted along roadsides, very open avenues. This has definitely been built with its clientele in mind, and like just standing over this whole section, you can see the humongous palace of the prince, the high prince. It stands
Bells of the Prince.
almost to its pyre. I think, like I said last week, like 100 feet to its tallest pyre. It's on a hill, and it just stands paramount above you. And now you're like in a shadow in your current district.
Mock
that you're in.
sighs and shakes her head at it because that's just crass.
It's even gilded. You can tell as you get closer. Like
Yeah.
there is gold.
There is
In
no
its
class
architecture.
about it whatsoever.
Like there's no second guessing who lives in there, and it's probably somebody with very little taste. It's almost like a Persian nightclub, in a way. You know,
Trump
lots
Tower.
of our Trump Tower, yeah, our Trump's bathroom, full gold toilet, which is real, by the way.
No class.
Yeah.
Still think we
Day we
could break
stray
in.
further and further from God.
Go for it.
So
There'll be plenty to steal.
You'd be spoiled
it is very.
behind that roof. Do you steal the copper wiring or the gold gilded fucking trellis?
All of it. Why decide?
And you can tell the design of this district somewhat resembles that mindset. Like, it's not as garish, but it's pretty close. Like, there's a lot of really ornate carvings on the corners of buildings. It's like a quasi-gothic, elvish kind of stuff. People here have more money than brains. You'd think.
Young, dumb, and full
but-
of gold.
And you can tell there's like a lot of people walking down these streets that are wearing like the finest of the finery, and the odd person that doesn't look like they belong usually is carrying something behind a group of people that look like they belong here.
All I'm going to say is that my full play probably costs more than our clothes do, so I don't give a fuck.
You're not actually like nobody like gives you much of a side eye. In fact, nobody really pays mind to you, really. As far as you can tell, they're kind of
It's a
absorbed in their
rich
own
people
day.
thing, isn't it? They just kind of ignore anyone who's not looking rich. Like, you
no,
just don't
it's
exist.
Not a rich
It's the
people
mercenary thing.
Unless...
It's a.
Hello, we're
I've-
contractors.
I've
Just
got.
walk up to one of them on the street, like, "Hey, your cousin paid me to kill you," and you shank him, and then you walk away.
It's a. I've, 1 or 2 generations into money. We're still getting used to it. Let's spend it all. People with money who have had it for ages tend to be a bit cooler and a bit more refined.
Yeah, actually, I just recently rewatched Firefly, and there's the episode Shindig with Kaylee and the old money guys that she gets along with, and all the young girls, ladies. Like,
she's saying, "No, don't buy those engines; they'll fall apart on you." And they're like, "I didn't know that." Like really into it, where
she's
the girls.
She's
the girls
just
were,
standing in the middle,
literally
hawking down appetizers, and there. So, it's fucking amazing episode. I fucking love that.
And
thing.
you get the kind of the panic.
Midge doesn't get it at all because he's never watched Firefly because he's not cultured.
Seriously, dude, it's 13 hours of your life that will enhance your life.
It's 14 episodes, for the love of God, plus a movie.
I can't believe what they did to it.
And
They did the dirty.
it's still a travesty 20 years later.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It is. So, we'll keep talking about that for ages if we don't stop.
yeah,
Brown
exactly.
coats.
Yeah.
Brown coats will never not talk about it. So, yeah. Make a perception check. Just anybody who's walking along, as well, because you have a general idea of where you're going. So,
I'm blind.
I'm blind today.
I'm actually kind of sighted.
There we
see all of
go.
it.
That's
All
it.
right,
Waste,
so Rivallon-
waste the nat 20. Waste it.
Numbers appearing everywhere.
Sesh,
All
you,
of the equations.
Says
a
she
flash.
to another building.
Sesh, you see in a flash, all of your companions are plasticky and lifeless around you, unmoving, and you see above you a group of individuals, towering giants in a bright room. You seem to be on a table of some sort. You flash back to reality. I'm not sure what happened.
Flash back to reality. Ooh, there goes gravity.
Yeah. Sorry. No. Anybody who rolled over 10, which
You
is everybody
broke the
but
Matrix.
Stenya. Yeah, broke the Matrix. You saw through it. Anybody over 10, you notice probably 80% of the people here, elven blood. Maybe not full elvish from the looks of it, but most people here got the points on their ears.
Sorry.
This
If
is
I could just say, what are they?
Oh.
Bitches.
Well, you're an orc.
Knife ears.
Oh. Stupid knife ears.
But most of them are elvish in blood. Almost 80% of them, you'd say, from what you're seeing. There's the odd dwarf or gnome, a couple of humans here and there, but it's mostly of elven descent.
Definitely none
as
of
you
me.
walk. No, you don't see any half-orcs. Also, no dragonborns, no tieflings from what you can see. Just
None
none of
me.
those.
Just
No.
no planes. Oh look, Janazi. Like, let's go.
But it didn't take you long. The Jade Arrow stands kind of on its own block. It has a very ostentatious, front garden to it, with a fountain, on a path. As you enter into a walled-off interior compound,
Wow, an outside bath.
there is a fountain with cherubs that are on it, carved cherubs, just all that kind of stuff. And you walk past that and you see just a large brick building with wood accents, multi-story building. It has a painted design of a jade arrow on the front of it. It's even like there are multiple signs in Common and Elvish. Jade Arrow Inn. Just
Any of
all
them
that kind of stuff.
misspelled? It's my favourite thing to do.
Seriously, it
No, none of them are misspelled. Like this is like a really high class establishment. Like this is
and now we look for the problem.
almost too
The
high
mis-
class compared to some of the things that you've stayed in before. Like there are some inns you've stayed in for multiple days that could fit like 5 of them inside the area this inn takes up.
We slept on a table for a week in freaking Gorgon. This is like
Copper and
beyond.
This is like villa. This is like villa level, like kind of like fancy. But
Sense on his accents.
Is this
Yeah.
what people waste their money on? You're never going to need all this space.
As a
Never
brother
going
of a
to use
chief,
it.
you're going to need to understand what it means to be opulent now, Stadia.
Opulent for him is
Even our esteemed leaders do not require tents that could fit hundreds for just a few people.
Ustinia, that is
Yeah.
because the Opicum people know how to use their money. This is trashy.
No, I've never seen so much gold in one place. So
But yeah, and also because you've stayed in nice places before. You stayed in a kind of a lodge before in I believe it was Tarkova,
yeah,
which was the fancy place in town. That had charm to it. Old money kind of thing. It was refined. It was like a smoking jacket with brandy kind of place. This is more like
more like-
trashy techno music.
Rivallon's stealing gene is starting to kick in.
Yeah.
This is like going from the corner pub that's been there for like 3 centuries.
Yep.
That like
I-
the wood
I-
is stained with beer, but it's got a charm
I
to it.
have a better comparison. It's the difference between the Gentlemen's Club of London, not that kind of Gentlemen's Club. I mean more the old money Gentlemen's Club,
Yep.
and Abu Dhabi, where everything's just gold. Just the fountains are pouring out liquid gold. That kind of thing.
basically. But you enter in
Ugh,
and
so garish.
it just kind of it keeps going. There, like this place has stained glass windows.
I think we should have
Just-
gone to the other place.
I think so
I gave you
too,
a
actually.
choice.
I mean, I want to point out it was Rivallon who was like the Jade Arrow, and then the rest of us went,
Yeah.
okay.
People
Called the
even
Jade
live here?
Arrow! I am a ranger!
Yep.
Do people
Which-
even stay here, or is this like you can work for this? And
This
it's-
is our inn. This is the inn that we have for our other inn. It's just keep the property taxes really high.
This is the inn that we have next to our inn, which also has an inn next to it, so we can.
We're
keep all
holding
the
on to this
property.
until the home value's up. Then we're
Yeah.
going to sell it.
Morgan is actually going to stand at the hall and go, "Are we going to be comfortable in this place?"
There's soft music playing inside of the interior.
No, there's no
here
Sabaton
on
playing.
this side.
Need to leave.
It's in the might of our Lord.
Isaac's here now.
I feel like we should go in purely for the ability to talk about this later.
I think this might take us
This is
6
gonna
weeks.
be an experience.
He's just like, we will tell our grandchildren about this opulent piece of shit tavern in this one place.
There
When
is
you
going to be
enter
one
into
good
the-
thing about this place, and it's going to be the bathrooms, which
Fair.
is exciting.
Justinia has the sudden urge to try to keep, in this place, to reaffirm himself that anyone he bumps into and has a brief meeting with, he will reinforce he is the son of a chief and a brother of a chief. It's just,
I need to let them know I belong here.
I belong here.
And
I
no
was
one
like,
will
that's coming
reinforce the
around
fact that, well, they're going, oh, I'm the family of dead. It's like, yes, fine, I've killed 36 people.
I feel like if we
I am a midwife.
I feel like if we hang around here long enough, we might end up on someone's will.
And if we
It's
stay
inner
here
nobleman
just
just-
one more day after that,
Peeking out there, just a
we
small
might
bit
actually
there,
be able to
inner
collect on
nobleman.
that will.
And then we introduce them to hello, I've built 36 people.
So you
Hello, I was a midwife and a town guard for
en-
most of my life.
And I built a church.
you
Did that
you
too, yeah.
enter into the building through the main double doors. You get it's kind of one. It's perfect temp.
I didn't see that.
She went up onto the windowsill.
Good check.
But yes.
He being a little
Uh,
bitch.
Yeah, he's getting the zoomies a lot lately, so it's hard to keep him from getting into something. You enter in. The temperature is
We need a
perfect
cat.
on the inside, and there is like within a few feet of the entrance doors, you see a. I'm ignoring him at this point. He doesn't get up on the windowsill. I'm fine. There's like a person. There's a person wearing very fine like servant garb, like a middle-aged human man, and he's just got a platter of food that he's walking nearby, and he walks up to you and just offers them, with not giving you like eye contact.
On
It's-
platter.
Just a lot of like little like finger foods, kind of stuff. Like nothing that would actually satiate somebody, but more just like
Or all the
this is
D20.
expected. This is expected of us, so we must have it here. So
She just like grabs
I'm gonna try it.
one thing at random and just. Thank you.
Okay, you grab like a little. It's like a little baked. It's like a little baked pastry with a little bit of dried apple on the interior of it. And you're just like,
It's a Rivallon.
Yeah, I'm gonna try something.
Yeah, I
Oh,
just
good
give him a.
afternoon.
Thank you.
Try it. Which bows his head, and then once you take it, just kind of keeps
Isaac
going on
gets
his,
out a
on his
napkin
day.
and just starts filling a napkin. And I nod and I wrap the napkin and put it in the bag.
I wasn't doing it. I wasn't doing it.
He was definitely doing it.
I feel like at this rate, Estini's slowly going to become a changed man, and he's going to go back to his tribe and be like, "We need to build palaces."
So that whole democracy thing. Fuck it.
Let's
You know what
let's put down foundation.
You know what? Let's build some foundation for a massive fucking palace.
I know, I like the idea that it's a palace, but inside, like, the Great Hall, they're still putting up the tents.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Just
Well,
for tradition's sake.
It's full ceiling, so it's all cloth
No,
ceiling.
no,
so that
no, wait. It's the summer palace of the Yuan dynasty, which was a palace, but it was a temporary building.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? If any of you know your Chinese
That remi-
history there, the
that
Yuan
rem-
palace is the summer
Yeah.
palace.
That reminds me of all those like faux buildings in like MXC, like that show, just like all those false like walls and shit. But yeah, he moves on after you like take your fill, and like he's still got like half a platter that he's just going around to guess. And there's not a lot of people here, but the people that are here definitely make themselves known. They're wearing like velvet, like and bright colors and stuff. And
One of
they're
them
just-
has a peacock on a leash, you know, that kind of shit.
No, actually, no. One of them is wearing peacock feathers on their like
good
on their
lord.
like.
I
like,
blend
around
right
the-
in. I'm wearing dead animal too.
Yeah, actually,
I.
We all
not-
are.
the worst and most scary part of this experience for you is you walk in and you're like, oh god, we kind of fit in here.
Shit. Even the person
As you
wearing
walk in
metal
with your-
full plate.
As you're walking in, like Sesh is wearing full plate, but it's very nice full plate that you paid a lot of money for, so it looks really good. And like Ustenia's wearing like actual like really well done like dried pelts and stuff.
Rivallon's wearing dragon skin.
And a very good half plate because it's a +2
And
half
very
plate.
very good half plate. Like you're
Wearing
walking in
literal
and it's like
dragon. You know.
I'm the shitty one.
Yeah,
I've got second-hand breast plus one plate, and my robes from season 1. Like,
Yeah, Isaac's kind of the more ratty of all,
He's
to
the
be
help.
honest. Like,
We all turn to
he's
Isaac
the-
like,
yeah.
"Oh, plebeian, you must get better clothing."
But nobody but you can see it's a very wide open central central part of this building. There's a lot of tables kind of spaced around. There is a live band playing. Just general ambient music.
If they don't have
lot of
trilbies
strings.
or fedoras on and sunglasses, I don't want to know about.
No, they have unusually large heads, and it's going like.
And you have to stop there because we're gonna get hit. And you gotta stop there because that's
Well,
copyright.
thank you very much, everybody. We'll play that song. Now, if anyone wants to give us a choice on that, then please let us know.
Play that same song!
Okay, then, play that same song.
You gotta do the notes opposite. So it's.
It's enough
But,
of a difference for you to not get shit on.
Where's the check-in desk?
Yeah. There's a check-in desk on the far side of the big central room. You can see this place has wings to it that you can see going off into
Wait, it takes off?
different areas. No, there's
Yeah.
no Rivallon wings.
Howl's
and
Moving
building
Hotel.
wings. Building wings, Rivallon. It's a we'll work on this.
Hotel though sounds like fucking amazing.
But it's got different wings going off to it, and you can kind of see going down. And there's people in them. There's a lot of staff around, and you see a older elven woman standing, not behind the check-in desk. She's talking with the person that's actually manning the check-in desk, but she looks like she has some pull in this place. As she is dressing down one of the staff. In Elvish.
I understand it.
Oh yeah, no, she's she's talking about some of the guests complained about his attitude, and she had to comp them for the days for their day's room to keep it up, and don't let it happen again. Try and smiles, keep the comments to yourself, anything they want, let them have it, that kind of stuff. It's lower tones, but she's dressing it down. Nobody else is really paying attention, but you can kind of you're not full of yourself, Rich, so you're just you can kind of hear that. But as you walk up,
How's he dealing with being
there-
dressed down?
It's this is my job.
He doesn't give a fuck,
I get
man. This
paid.
job doesn't mean shit.
I get paid a lot for this, so I'll take it because I get
Fair.
paid a lot.
Yeah,
that's
I've been
kind
there.
of his thing. Yeah, it's just fuck it. If I keep my job, I'm good with it. But yeah, you walk up, and she kind of stops. She kind of stops and sits down, looks over to you, kind of gives him a look, and then goes back to what she was doing. She's still behind the desk, but she's sorting some papers and stuff. And the man looks back
Okay.
over. Hello, he says in Elvish.
Sup?
How can I help?
Saying Elvish back.
And then recognizing some of you don't understand what he said, he goes back. He says in common, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Good afternoon. We were recommended this establishment by.
Show the letter.
I am showing the letter by Haslan Vogue. He said that you may be able to provide us some rooms.
Opens it, reads it. One moment.
Of course.
Walks over to the woman.
It actually says arrest these people. They're all crazy.
Yeah, we never actually read it.
Yeah, that would have helped.
These people are dangerous. Stay as far away from them as possible. Call the police.
Lock all the doors. Alert the guard.
They forcibly sobered me without any consent.
Oh yeah.
All Dragonborn one
we
is the worst.
forcibly sobered him, all right.
Uh-huh.
We use magic
goes
and
over-
everything.
He goes over to the woman who's dressing him down, and under his breath, you can hear them whispering as he shows the letter, and she takes it, reads it. And then she shoos him away and then goes back over towards you. Hello.
Good afternoon.
I see here the esteemed General Vogue has comped your rooms for your stay.
Yes.
Yes.
Is there any? How many will you be requiring? Are there couples or are you all individual?
Individuals.
We are all
Please.
individuals.
They're god individuals.
Just because you're jealous, honey.
Right. Well, we do have some spare rooms in the second wing, which is over this way. And she gives you your room numbers with individual keys. And these are pretty hefty keys. Individual keys. If you would like, I can have menus provided and being sent to your rooms for in-room service, or there are in-person dinners and luncheons if you would like to attend those. Breakfasts are served, unfortunately, inside of your rooms. We don't have them in person in the dining hall. If you would like menus for all meals, they can be provided to you, and you can choose them, and they will be collected by staff members, even if you are going to be participating in the dining hall meal. Entertainment can be provided in the main garden area, or in the why am I
The
Blanking.
garden there, right?
the garden
room?
entertainment in the garden area. No, I'm trying to think of the big ballroom. Is it ballroom? Yeah, ballroom. Or can be found in the ballroom. Please enjoy your stay at the Jade Arrow.
Thank
She
you. Where
slips
are the
paper
bathrooms
back towards you.
located if we wish to freshen up and have a bath?
They're clearly marked. You can see there are a couple of markings, like on the sides of walls, and so kind of guide you various areas, like labels about where things are. If you get turned around or lose your way, you can always ask a staff member, and they would be happy to provide you with directions or even show you where you need to go.
Thank you. And can I take your name, please?
Yes, I am.
Random name generator.
Random name generator.
I've got it written down. Damn it. I am Ms. Alisar.
Thank you, Miss Alice. You've been very.
Miss or Ms?
Ms. Alisar.
Just checking.
Thank you, Miss Alisar. You've been very helpful.
Of course. Have yourself a lovely stay.
Thank you. Right, I'm
So
gonna.
Stingy's going to let everyone else filter out, but he's going to do the whole standing there to make it obvious he's asking for something.
Yes, sir. Can I help you specifically with anything?
He's going to switch to speaking Elvish. Yes, I have small request. Not too sure how used to Uteshian visitors that you are, but I believe at least I'm the first of my clan. But I was hoping if you would have contacts or maybe Taylor that could help freshen up, because I'm in obviously combat equipment. I do not have finer clothes for the travel that we came in through, and I was hoping to improve that situation.
Oh, I can
Stinia goes
provide-
clothes shopping.
I can provide you with the names of a very, very good tailor within the upper wards if you would like to go to her. They could provide you with anything you need, or make you something specifically if you have anything in mind. Or you more just looking for patchwork?
Well, we will take the name of this tailor. Thank you very much.
Okay. She provides you with a name for a like a seamstress or tailor, seamstress, whatever, however you want to say, inside of the upper wards, not too far away from where you are, with some directions if you require them.
Yep.
Unfortunately, this is not covered under your current comp, so you would have to pay her for this.
Of course, this would be
but I
no
will-
issue.
All right, and show her this, and she signs the bottom of the parchment that she wrote the name and directions on. Show her this, and you'll get an audience. And it's just her name signed on the paper. It's like a little way of getting in.
Excellent.
Yeah, so you got that. All the rest of you, you are... It isn't hard to find your room. This place does not have an abundance of confidence in its patron's intelligence. So
Fair enough.
Even-
the
even-
directions...
Even Isaac can't get lost.
Yeah, the directions are clearly labeled and easily understood. Like on the walls about where you need to go, like where sections and the wings are.
I like the idea of it being like a Disney hotel where there is like a literal map. You are here.
You almost need that. There is a main hall and 2 side wings to this building, and they're all 2 stories tall. Is how big this place is. But you find it fairly easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Mog. Well,
Yes?
you're not all together. Your rooms are somewhat spaced apart. It looks like she just kind of gave you what she had available because she wasn't expecting to have to block out an adventuring party's like section of the hotel. So it's kind of just everywhere. Mog, you're in like a separate wing, so you're walking down the hallways and like kind of like looking at your room number and looking up at the directions, and it doesn't take you long to find it. But on your way there, you hear behind you the pitter-pattering of feet. Every so often, just a...
I turn around.
Give me a perception check.
Don't fail this one.
I'm gonna fail this one now. 10.
You look back and you don't see anything. You heard something. You like look back and you just see like the
I turn on my
cross.
eyes.
Turn on my eyes.
So magic.
Yeah.
Like you're detecting magic.
I got my eyes on.
You don't see anything. Actually, you would see something.
I see the lights and things.
Yeah, well, those you wouldn't think from their look are magical, but they are. They seem to be
Yeah.
ever-burning torches. Just kind of like magical torches on the walls. As well as a long iron bar embedded in the wall going down all along these walkways that looks to be perpetually putting out a perfect 75 degrees of heat.
Air conditioning.
Spacey.
Yeah,
Hmm.
basically just an iron bar that's been enchanted going down for like 200 feet. Just on these walls. That's all you see with like your magic as you like look back. And you just see the cross rock of like a hallway kind of going across like
Hello?
where
Is
they
anyone
can
there?
look back. Nobody answers. Just kind of like an empty hallway.
Okay. She'll carry on to her room, but listening carefully.
All right, carry on, and then a couple of seconds later, you hear.
Mouse.
Flip round again, see if I can see anything.
No, it's a class 2 spider.
Yeah.
Perception check.
The ones you can hear before you see.
Oh no.
It's the only way that they can keep the place open. They have to appease the spiders.
Oh, that was the Doctor Who episode, wasn't it?
No, that was
I have no
80 years
idea. I
old.
don't.
It's
I
Three
don't
watch-
Classes of Spiders.
Don't watch Doctor Who.
No, a Doctor Who episode where they had like a building, then every now and then they'd have to appease this monster that lived on the top floor. It
Oh
was like-
yes.
Oh,
That
oh
was
yeah.
Tenant.
I
Oh, that
actually
was the
did watch. That was
That
that was the
Eccleston.
one. That was the one season I did watch and liked. I didn't really like any of the other Doctors.
Yeah, I'm talking good writing Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And it
So
was
not the
something
current
that
one?
kept happening.
So not the current one. Is that what it
I've
is?
seen 3 episodes of the current one. She's very
You
good.
misogynist.
She's great. The writing's terrible.
That's what I said. She's very good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I like her as a person. I just the
Right.
fucking show is horrible.
Bradley Walsh is Bradley Walsh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You turn around and you catch sight, Mog, of a small figure. Maybe 4 foot tall. Long, kind of blondish hair, and like a sky blue dress. Just a bit of it right before you can tell they're hiding, but not really well, like in one of the alcoves of the doorways.
Does she look human, gnomish, halfling? Dwarf?
She's got a
Child.
-1.
Dragonborn.
Got a -1 to Dex, and that's a stealth check of a 6, so 5, and you beat it by more than 10. Looks elvish.
Hello, little one.
What's the rapist? A child.
No.
For a couple seconds, you don't hear anything, and then little peek out of the just looking out from behind, and you see a girl, pretty young, probably 10, maybe around that age, like little freckled skin, like looking out at you.
Hi.
And hi.
I'm Mog.
It's like I had
Damn
it,
it,
and
name.
then I minimized the page. I'm Kaylee.
Yay! Hi, Kaylee. Do you
Not
live
spelled
here?
like that.
Are you staying here?
My mom owns it.
She does. So this whole place is your playground.
She like nods.
Well, I'm super lost. Would you be able to help me find my room?
She got like brightens and like nods her head, and then it like walks out. And yeah, she's definitely elvish, which is probably why she's this tall.
Yeah.
as her age. You can definitely tell full blood elf. And she just starts like walk skipping next to you as you walk forward. You obviously know where you're going. It's very not hard.
I'm
like
also not awful with children.
Yeah. No, I'm just pointing it out.
Isaac.
I just pointing it out.
He's
It would
good
be
with
like
kids too. He just likes to,
It
allow
was
them to kill
really
him.
hard when one of them was obliterated by rocks, okay?
All right, I completely forgot about that.
I'm
He's
not-
like, yeah, I remember that time I killed a kid.
I didn't do it either. It wasn't me.
You didn't have
Tell it
the
to-
stones to get
tell it to
killed
the-
by that witch. You had to dodge the shot.
Tell it to the courts.
It wasn't me that cast lightning bolt through the wall. It was no.
Yeah.
The
But no,
No, it was
she
a
just,
hag.
She just walks, skips next to you, like happy. Every so often she like looks up at you and I. You're wearing your traveling gear, right?
Yeah.
So your armor.
Yeah.
And your
I've got my bag
sheath
with me and
and
a
all your
sheathed scimitar and a crossbow on my hip.
Okay, good. That's what I thought. She keeps looking at you like not like trying to not be obvious, but she's 10, so that doesn't really factor in. Like, she only just got object permanence worked out, especially for like an elf. She's like the equivalent of like, yeah. But she's walking, and are you an adventurer?
I am.
She smiles. It's like somebody just sends her Santa Claus.
In
like-
fact, I've got a whole picture book full of my adventures. Would you like to see some of them?
Like just nods.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to have a quick look because I don't want to show you anything too scary.
We're gonna flip
Sketch.
popcorn.
A sketch of the hollowed man on the jade isle. Just
Exactly. No. You know, the
When they
picture I
stab
did of Rivallon surrounded by ghosts. Yeah, none of that.
Sure,
to
the
be fair, yeah, I think you show the sketches of the pirate ship and stuff like that. You look over. There's a lot here you wouldn't want a 10-year-old to see.
Like, damn,
There's
how
lots here.
mentally
That's my
traumatized
friend.
am I?
underground burial. Yeah.
Yeah. You got like sketches of monsters after they've been killed, just like dissected,
Nope,
just
nope,
like, oh,
nope.
so that's how that ligament works. So they're just like, nope.
And then there's like a
Nope.
picture of like all the corpses.
But you
at
do
the
have some.
monastery.
You do have some other things. Like you've got.
I've got some
like, you've got-
landscapes. I've got portraits of my friends. I've got.
You've got
big
sketches
owl.
of. Yeah, you got big owls. You got sketches of like
gonna turn into an
of
owl.
a Nuteshian encampment being described to you, and the city of Tarkova, and just like all
It's like
these.
Marco Polo has just walked up to a child. Here, kid, hear about China.
Well, I'm just glad it was. I rolled to see which person the kid would latch on to, so I'm glad it wasn't like Rivallon. Let me
Why not?
Let me tell you about
be
the
great
time.
with kids.
Let me tell you about the time I skewered a dragon.
Let me tell you about
I buried my blade up to my hilt.
No. When I killed the space beast, shot it in the eye and went straight into its head.
Yeah.
I
So,
got
but no,
the
you,
arrow
you
back.
find you
I'd take
find
the eye
some,
off.
and you
We're
find some, and you
by a
show-
god.
yeah. You definitely skip past the sketches of like the description of Zagul with like
Yep,
the fucked
yep.
up face and
That's all gone.
eyes.
That's all
and
gone.
stuff.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, nope. No. But you showed some. You've got enough to keep her interest, and she's interested. Like, and you show her, and she's like really amazed by the sketches of Tarkova, just all that kind of stuff. Just making sure I'm not going over break.
You're 1 minute
No,
away.
we're at break.
1 minute. 1 minute
Yeah.
away. Okay. We'll head to break now. As Mog makes a friend.
All right, so we'll be taking our midpoint break here. We will be back in, say, 5 to 10 minutes' time. Probably sooner than that visually, but with the actual playing. So use this time to go get yourselves a drink and stuff. And we'll be right back. Rip the whole meat.
Well, okay there.
Guys,
Don't
Guys,
start.
Why is he
Mikey
from
was talking for like
That's
5
not
minutes.
that's not a Chicago accent. What is wrong with you?
He had no idea that he was actually muted.
Fargo.
Fargo. Okay. Well, everybody's yelling. I can't hear it. And you automatically, and yours the only one that automatically like quiets the microphone when somebody else is talking for some
Does it?
reason.
Still
doing
isn't
that.
a setting on Discord. Let me.
Yeah, we tried that last week, but it didn't. Or last time we talked, but it never got fixed.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it again. So what was it? What was it voice?
Like auto dampener or something like that.
Well, I was going for more of a Youper accent right there. That's
Oh,
what it's
okay.
called. It's a bit of a, he's a bit of a Youper.
I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, Roach.
No.
It's that
got
sounds
it.
actually about right.
But
Yeah, we got it, bud.
I filled in and did you as what you would have been saying if the mic, if you
F.
was off, which was F.
Yeah.
F.
If
Had you been talking for like 10 minutes and just
no,
been
I was
muted
just
the whole-
sitting here and I was just saying stuff and I didn't realize I was muted for like 2 minutes. And then Rival was like, "You muted," and I'm like, "I'm gonna die," which is why I fell out. Which is why I jumped into my bed like I had just committed like Sudoku.
Sudoku?
Seppuku?
That's the joke.
Right, okay.
7.
That is the joke. There-
It worked. It made Roach laugh.
We just believe that. No, never mind.
Listen, I know it's Seppuku, not Sudoku, but saying Sudoku doesn't get you banned on Twitch.
That's true.
That's very true.
Fair. I went and changed shirt because the shirt I was wearing was like cardboard and was like the room is slowly getting hotter and this shirt is not helping. So I'm comfy now.
Mage just got changed.
That's also one of the reasons I got this popsicle, because it's just so cold. I need to put it on my bald head.
Oh, a nice can of
Oh.
Fanta. That I'm just
You
gonna
know the
roll
best
over.
place to cool yourself down? Palm to hands.
Palm to your hands.
Wrist. It's that point.
No,
to wrist.
palm to your hands.
See, the palms of my hands are really sensitive, so like cold and stuff like that, I can't it hurts actually. So,
Palm to your hands.
Just drink cold unbranded amber liquid. You'll be fine.
I've got like hands like asbestos, so actually for me like if I don't drop the can like there is better.
actually, the most temperature sensitive part of the human body is the
Penis.
back of the forearms,
Yeah.
because or like this area, and that's a natural evolutionary response, because that means because that's what you automatically put up whenever there's like a hot source or something like that. It's a great way of being able to tell something. So if you want to see how hot something is without putting your fingers on it or something like that, just put the back of your forearm, and it'll
Also, never grab anything that's hot with the palm of your hand because you'll close your hand and melt your hand to it.
Yeah. It's just a thing. It was a funny.
These are the conversations we have when we're not streaming. Damn it.
So
Anyway, let's continue, shall we?
Anyway,
we
Listen,
come back.
I was talking
Mog,
to a
you-
10-year-old.
Yes,
We
you
need
were.
Like every
And-
other day for you then.
We've just had the
You're
tinker.
15, babe.
Now we need the tailor.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me just a general charisma check. Mog.
Oh, Lord.
Don't worry, it's a 10-year-old, so the DC is not high, and you basically you're something she idolizes. So
Can I have advantage then?
yeah, go ahead.
He always likes you more.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, she's enthralled. You get to your room, and you don't even go into the room. You just kind of showing her things and talking for probably 5 minutes, before an individual who's dressed like the staff of the hotel, but is more higher ranked. You could see something, probably a manager or something. Obviously looking for something, comes around and then sees her and
I've got
you,
my
and
door
is-
open because, don't want to have a child in your room when you're an adult and she's not yours. without.
Well, I assumed you didn't go. I assumed it wasn't creepy, so you didn't go into the room. You were just kind of like
No.
outside of your door.
Yeah, we're sitting
So
outside.
yeah. No, he comes up. Kaylee, I'm sorry, madam.
It's quite all right. I made.
She
friends
gets
with
away
her.
sometimes. Oh well, you know you're not supposed to talk to the guests. And she just like kind of looks a little sullen. And he takes her hand. And she like.
Wait. And I give her one of the landscapes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
just take it out of your book. Okay, yeah, you give her the one of Tarkova that you kind of like drew, which has the nice like massive sky tower.
It's one of the
like,
first ones I did whilst I was adventuring, because that's when we went to
Yeah.
Nova.
Yeah, no, she takes it and she's like just bright and smiles and like she gives you like a big like 10-year-old wave as
I give her a wink and a wave.
as the manager or her handler takes her away.
I get up, unlock my room. Is it all gold and fluffy pillows?
So all of you, when you go into your rooms, this is all the same for all of you. You find just a big suite, essentially, that is in front of you. A big bed with feather mattress, like goose down pillows, like soft. There's even like curtains around the bed and curtains on the windows. There's like nice big windows. There's no balconies because but it's big. There's like big armoire, little chest for your personal items, some desks, chairs, kind of around there. This is better than some of yours like homes.
Sesha's just like she thought that like the like autocracy back home were rich. This shit's ridiculous. This shit's like, bruh, what are you doing with all this money?
Yeah, and there's like Isaac. This is like 10 of your little hovels that you are assigned at your abbey. Yeah.
I'm not sure he's going to be too chuffed that you called it a hovel.
How big is the desk?
Like it's not huge. It's still a hotel. It's like still an inn's room. Like it's not like a big thing, but it's big enough that you could put some stuff on it. Like you've got a decent number of room. Like you could you could lay out one of Isaac's maps on it. And
Okay,
it
so
wouldn't
it'd be
be
big
too
enough for
bad.
me to do some weapon maintenance.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. And if not, you can always just like use the bed spread.
Excellent.
So yeah, that'd be easy enough.
My knives and swords
there's-
need sharpening. My bow needs restringing.
Yeah, you also see a small room off to the side. It isn't a bathroom, but it is a little stone cutout in every room. Not too big, enough for maybe 2 or 3 people to sit in, with a little tiny fireplace in the center of the room, and a place to put water on top of it.
We have
where
we
you
have our
boil.
own
Mini
saunas.
saunas.
You have personal sauna with towels like cut out into the wall, just like little shelves.
Screw that! I'm going for a sauna.
Yeah.
He's just like,
Don't
what
know.
is this? Screw my weapon maintenance. Sauna.
Yep. It's you find like there is a little like well, kind of like an interior well, like a place to get water on the inside of the building that you can like fill up a bucket and bring it to your room and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, if you want to take a sauna, it's there for that, and you can just like sit down and it's very.
So I'm gonna go
relaxing.
ahead and give
I'm
you a
going to do
list.
weapon
then.
maintenance first.
Yeah, let's do a list.
Rhino skunk that's gonna come out of us. Like we've teleported, we've traveled so far.
We just sit there and there's just a river of like stuff that we don't know where it came from. There was a time we traveled dimensions.
We went from the desert to a tropical island, back to the desert, to the top of a mountain, and then back to wherever we are here.
I went to a different plane of existence with a big giant spider.
You know,
Yeah.
no, I was just talking about last week.
This is just last week, man, not last month. This is just what happened recently.
It's legit what happened last week. Like,
But to give you a to-do list, because I think it'd be best for us to do that. Get changed out of my armor, put on my fine clothes, go take a bath, get a bucket of water, take a sauna, and then probably go to the dining room. I'm assuming we've all decided we're gonna eat dinner in the dining room. So
Yeah,
No.
Mog's heading to the bathroom as well.
I'm
Sorna
assuming y'all
is
talked
later.
amongst yourself.
yeah, we were like, we're
Oh,
gonna
okay.
eat dinner in the dining room today because we're
before
not gonna
you
be able to
split
make,
off.
make breakfast together. We're not gonna have
Mog
breakfast in
will
the morning.
ask Isaac whether he found a library.
Unfortunately, there is no library in town, only the prince's private records. But I did find a bookshop. Right
I
now,
There's a book, right?
I have a map of the clan dynasty here, and I also have a primer to learning Elvish for myself, and
Nothing else.
the closest
Very
they have.
slowly, he pushes the Dojian back into his bag.
What's it written in?
I just want to point out, guys, because people seem to keep forgetting, Midge is not understandable when you talk over him. He's physically, because of Discord, he cannot be heard. So if you talk over him, his microphone cuts to 0. So I did not hear a single thing he said when Mikey said something. So just pointing it out.
I've also got this romance novel, I think, and it has this undefined cultured warrior. I'm guessing is a Nutetian man and an elven woman, and it's called it's something about her emerald eyes. And
Emerald Eyes in the morning.
that's the one. And they
Justinia grabs the book and starts browsing it. What's this? Nutetian man? Uncultured? What is it? What?
Give me a D20. Give me a D20. Give me a D20 roll. Just
See
roll
how
a D20.
raunchy the page you open is.
Okay, you like browse. You settle on a section, like you do that thing where you like flip a couple pages and like read something of it. 13. Okay, you get to a section. You get to a section and it's talking about the morning of the protagonist, which are like the main interest, and it like details his morning routine. And you can tell it's trying to be Uteshian. You don't think it's well researched though. It talks about coming out of his hut in the morning to the small village that he lives in with his rest of his clan, which doesn't really work because it's not a clan; it would be a tribe that he's living with, and the clan is the overall thing. So it's like it's like terms. Yeah, it wouldn't be a hut. Like the terms are kind of off, and the, like it's like hey, no. It's kind of goes,
Yeah.
Get an editor who is
It's like
Uteshian.
someone watching a Star Wars film and going, "Space don't work like that."
Yeah, and he's like, it talks like how he's hungover from drinking the ale, like the ale of his people last night, and that's like, no, that's not right. That's
We
no,
don't drink
no.
ale.
Yeah, it's like, it's trying.
Is it?
Trying
Here's
so
the
hard.
big question: is it portraying the people in a bad light? Or
you take a little bit longer to read it, and you get a pretty good sense about what the main goal of this is when you get into probably about a 3-paragraph section describing this man's pecs, and general like body, and it kind of you're like. I mean, that's up to you whether or not that's a good thing for your people or not.
Or
and
not,
the fact that
you're-
they're being an object of.
Listen,
of
whether or
Yes,
not you're being
that's like
sexualized is up to you.
this
right?
isn't meant for a heterosexual man. Let's be honest. We're just gonna put it like that.
Mog, you read this.
Tell us what you think.
I closed the book and
What do
handed
you
it to Isaac.
And,
I hope you enjoy.
I mean, this section about Ivan's flowing hair in the morning light. Really something. I think they describe it as his mane matching that of the wildest stallion. And,
Yeah,
it's-
basically.
Can we like pause before this actually becomes like instead of streaming on Twitch, we stream on Pornhub?
But yeah,
breath
that's
quickened.
that's what you get.
Oh no.
But that's what you get from kind of like just passing over the book. Hopefully that map should load for all of you, by the way.
I haven't even bloody looked. What's the name of the book?
Oh, there we
Oh, the
go.
Clan Dynasty, yeah, it's loaded.
let's show it up to it.
I wanted the title, you muppet.
Clan.
Clan Dynasty.
Thank you. Got it!
Yeah, it's loaded for me as well.
I'm glad it
Full
has
rep.
because it was the entire time that it was like uploading for you. It was like your vocal quality went down.
Yeah. But yeah,
know it's
for
tricky.
reference, by the way, the demarcation line between the Kalan Dynasty and the Athrinian Empire is the main river just north of
Okay,
of,
it's good to know.
Ozan, like that goes all the way to the coast. And Osnia is the nation just in between those two rivers along the Sunset Mountains.
It's a landlocked, tiny little nation.
That's where my
Tiny
arcane
nation.
archer was from.
Yeah, he was a noble from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god! If it turns out that he's related to Rivallon.
It's just too bad he's dead.
Everyone's related to me at the moment. Either they killed my family, or
He's Schrodinger's relation.
He's not dead. He's in someone's garden. Remember?
Yeah, it's true.
I have yet to see proof of this.
So, but yeah. So let's just go by. Yeah, you all get cleaned up. The baths are not private. They are communal. They're communal Roman-style bathhouses that are connected to each wing. So there's a separate one for each wing. You kind of you have your saunas, get dressed in whatever you plan on dressing in for the night.
We've got to go to a tailor, haven't we?
Well,
Oh, Ustinia does. Ustinia wants. to, right?
Ustinia got the name of one. What do you want to do with that, Ustinia? Or are you going to wait for tomorrow?
I've shared. I can happily share it with Isaac. Like,
Yes, I'd like to know.
yeah.
I already have a fine set of clothes. I'm good. Thanks.
I'm going to go to the nice people at the front desk
All right.
and ask
There's a
if
man there.
if they have an armorer and a magical shop in the area, town, city thing.
If you, well, sir, if you're looking for, it's a different man at the front desk. Time has passed. If you're looking for martial arms and armor, you might be able to find. You might be able to find something in the Ashtown district. That's what I would assume. We don't normally deal with those kinds of requests. Magic shops, not particularly. You might be able to find something at there's a shop called the Blue Eye in the gardens. You might have something there.
Here.
No, the garden. It's a district. It gives you like directions to it. It's down. It kind of gives you directions to it. It's a section of the city, kind of on the opposite side from
Alright,
where you're
okay,
at
cool.
currently. They might have something there. It's the Blue Eyes. You go in. They deal with oddities. We don't normally deal with that kind of
That's fine.
request. I'm sorry, sir.
Cool.
Is there anything else I can potentially help you with?
No.
Better? Oh, all right.
No.
It will be served in an hour.
Thank you very much.
But yeah, you
He
kind of you
was
don't have a lot
smiling
of
at me
time.
too much at that point.
Yeah. He was very nervous given the fact that you requested him to do something and he physically couldn't give you a good answer. So he was like, "Don't give me a bad review, please. Don't give me a bad review."
1 star
As
on
I'm
Yelp.
wandering away,
Ah!
past the manager and going, and that bastard!
Kicked out, destitute. But yeah, you don't have a lot of time before dinner for the day because it's been a fairly active day for all of you, and you've those saunas, they did a lot. You needed that a lot for all of you. You just kind of it's amazing how much you don't know you need something until you need it.
Oh, yeah.
until you
have it.
have it, and you're just like,
yeah.
Just make me want to like pay to go to the gym in a place that has a pool and a sauna that I can go to now.
it's yeah.
God damn it.
But yeah, it isn't too long before dinner happens, and there's like a little like arcane noise that chime that plays through the building. That plays through the building when the dinner is being served, like a little bell. And people start filtering out. You all head down to the main dining hall, which is in the main central building, and it is a opulent fucking dining hall. This is like 4 long tables, and food is being ordered and then placed in front of people. Like, it's not even like a banquet. Like, it is, you order it and they make it specially for you, and it like comes out of like a kitchen, and like people are sitting down, they're having an enjoyment. There's like you'd guess maybe this is like half capacity for this place. So there's a lot of space in between people and like little groups that have formed. Like one of the biggest group is like a whole bunch of like really elderly elves and dwarves, like almost like a retirement like vacation, like retirement home vacation or something like that. And they're all just like talking amongst themselves. They're very rich, but you all sit together down, and you're provided with menus, and it is
Fancy.
expensive because it is expensive. With a meal with drink is more than a gold piece at the cheapest that they provide here.
I want to see the
Very-
menu.
Dinner's on me, everyone.
I've got money.
It's like it's a lot. Like, it's not necessarily like really exotic ingredients. You think it's more just like.
I
it's
thought
very-
our meals were
Preparation.
included.
Yes, I'm
they-
included.
You have been told they are. It's whether or not they charge you like at your bill or not. You haven't like asked directly, but you said you were. They said they were comping you for everything, so that's what's happening. But no, like the menu isn't
Wine?
like
Why?
yeah.
The most
actually-
expensive bottle of champagne you have.
They actually don't serve wine on the menu.
Champagne wouldn't exist.
It's
Champagne
from the
wouldn't exist
Champagne. It's only champagne. It's from Champagne in
Fizzy
Teutonia.
wine probably exists.
Teutonia's Germany. Champagne is France.
It doesn't matter.
They have this is like opulence for people that haven't like, but not like old money opulence. So there's not like super fine wines here. This is like interesting drinks and like exotic stuff. There's like
Oh,
Cocktail.
this is the
The-
cocktails with 6 different umbrellas and. a
this is
seltzer.
like they have a list here for like a full silver piece for Uten rum, which is like from across the sea, like in Ziral, and
Club Tropicana drinks are
yeah,
free.
stuff like that. Yeah, so you get that, like the menu itself is like smoked mutton with bitter cheese and like a fine refined white breads, like steamed goose and elvish
I would like to
cheese.
point out that in Turkova we were eating phoenix.
Oh,
Ate
remember,
Phoenix
you were,
once.
in Turkova, you were in the Old Money Inn, which is like we spend our money where it counts. Here, it's like we spend
You
we
have
spend
money
the
to
money.
spend, you spend it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is, but whatever you want to order, there's like baked veal and like roasted lamb with nutmeg and stuff, and just a whole bunch of really like not super exotic dishes, but whatever you fancy, you order. Gotta say though, pretty fucking good.
Is
Like,
there,
this
is there a
is-
vegetarian or fish option?
No.
Isaac's like, I'm a pescatarian, so fuck.
the best you can do is you could probably order the sides of like 3 of the meals together. They don't seem to mind if you did that. Like, you could order the refined
Isaac
white
does
bread with the blue cheese and then some poached eggs, like all
It's like,
together.
so there's mutton sort of thing, and like it's like I'm
Yeah.
assuming like there's like a cow version over there because I want my steak so rare a good vet could bring it back to life.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's roasted lamb, so I mean, yeah,
That'll
you
do.
can- yeah.
Meh.
But yeah, no, you provide it.
I want to poke it
It's-
and it squeals.
Yeah. It's not the most exotic foods.
Have it, and it could double up as a skin graft.
Yeah. It's not the most exotic foods you've ever had. It's definitely the best prepared foods you might have ever had. This is...
Even at the Inn of Tarkova?
Yeah, almost. This is impeccably prepared for the ingredients. Like, the Phoenix... Its draw was that it was Phoenix. It was the draw that it was a very rare thing to have. This is like very common food. I mean, obviously not. I mean, it's veal, lamb, and mutton and stuff like that. It's not super common, but it's very well prepared food, and that's what they're providing you. And it's hitting the spot. But
if nothing else, the food is the chef is excellent.
It's like getting a steak from a local steakhouse and getting a steak from a 1-star Michelin restaurant.
Yeah.
It's like having Gordon Ramsay or a home chef making your food.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's just it's same food, very differently prepared.
Yeah, the same food, very differently prepared, with less swearing on one end.
I will say though, didn't James May beat Gordon Ramsay in a cook-off once?
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Well, that's the thing, though, is Gordon Ramsay's just, he knows he can run a restaurant very well. He's a good chef, and he can run a restaurant well. That's his draw, he's very good at that. It's not that he's, like, the best chef ever. He's just a very, very
Even his own
chef.
daughter roasted him on that.
Yeah, he's just a very competent chef, but also has, like, a good personality and knows how to run a restaurant very well.
Yes.
It's
Good personality?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to consider
for television. For television,
That's true, yeah.
very good.
You have to consider as well that you have to consider as well that chefs like Gordon Ramsay and things like that, their skill is not necessarily in food creation and design. That's why they have teams for that. It's in maximizing the efficiency of making the preparations.
Yeah, fair, yeah. That's always been his thing, even on like his
He
own
does
YouTube
have
channel.
he does have one of the best beef Wellington recipes out there, though, that you can follow.
His scrambled eggs are also really fucking good. I will say that.
Yeah. But yeah, you finish your meal.
Where's the lamb sauce?
It is a meal that is backed by ambient music from the live band.
R1 up there, he's just chilling. No one's seen him yet.
No,
Posing.
R1's not up there. He's a bit too real for this place. But he or not he, but the atmosphere is very low, kind of mellow, not a lot of loud talking. Everybody's kind of a little spaced apart from each other. Servers are coming out and back, give it like for food. There's a couple of courses that are available. You'd think if you had this full meal, like the full meal that they recommend, which is like a 3-course with an entree and appetizers and like multiple drinks and everything, like this could definitely cost you upwards of like 6 or 7 gold pieces just for the meal itself. For how well this is.
It's fancy.
This
Do I
is
see
like
Kaylee?
a week's. No, you don't see Kaylee or who you assume her mother was.
Yeah.
You don't see them here. No. It doesn't look like staff members eat here. It's just the patrons. But you do notice at the head of this dining hall there is a display, and you can see a arrow in a little display case that is made, by the looks of it, totally of jade.
After dinner, I go and have a look.
Okay.
So basically, like 20-30 minutes after Rivallon's already been up there going, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, if you go up there and look at it, it's in a glass. It's in a glass display case with on a wooden like plinth, and it's got like a little label. It says it's the namesake of the tavern / inn hotel area, and it's purported to have been created and from the time of the original conquest of the city, and still exists today.
Yo,
If you
Mog,
check, Mog...
turn your eyes on.
Yeah, I was going to say that was going to happen.
I'm going to turn my eyes on.
Yeah. It's not magical.
Damn
It
it.
looks to just be an arrow made of jade. And this isn't like, I'm not talking about just the arrowhead. This looks to be created of jade, and you can see where the flinch or the fletchings would be are empty now. They probably rotted away, but the arrowhead and the shaft and everything are all made of pure jade. It's almost transparent from how finely crafted and light the jade was when it was made.
It's
But it's just-
beautiful, but why? Was it?
Opulence, my dear.
Yes,
Isaac
but
is-
Why the fuck else? Opulence,
Isaac
my
is
dear.
Or canapes.
you know you can stop eating, Isaac.
As
I'm
Isaac
just
sits there,
I'm just imagining Isaac's got like a little napkin, and he just every so often you just see him go, just eating these fucking things in like a whole go.
all I imagine is just like Isaac sitting there with a bowl of caviar, eating it like it's soup.
I turned
Well, no,
to
he
the
needed the
other-
vegetarian option, so it's like
Or pescatarian, it's fish.
I said fish or vegetarian.
Oh, that's true.
He's a pescatarian. You know, he's a pest. He's a pain in my ass.
But yeah, the meal goes by without too much trouble. You do notice that like after the meal gets done, a lot of the people that look to have been here for a while kind of like filter out into the main hall where the band again plays, and there's not like a dance or anything like that, but it's like a little entertainment. People are sitting down at some tables, like there's a separate area from the dining hall to the main hall where they have entertainment, because why not? We got the money. And that's the thing as well. All the pieces of furniture here are intricately carved with like inlay of precious metals.
Oh,
I feel super like conscious sitting on them as a 200+ pound person.
The thing
Miss
is, they're very
Eshel,
sturdy.
You are one of the most noble people here. Just keep remembering that.
I'm like 7.5 foot tall. I'm nearly 300 pounds, and I'm sitting on these chairs. Like, if I break this, my entire church is going to need to be sold to pay for it.
Yeah, and it's not like gold inlay, but there's definitely like silver inlay in a lot of these, and like you can.
She's like, this company used to make weapons to kill undead, but you're putting it in chairs.
Yeah.
If we ever get in a bar fight with a vampire here, we're good.
Boom.
Yeah, just pull out one of the limbs that have like a bit of like
Technically, that
silver
was
in them.
always the case
Shank.
though, because you could just break off the bottom
Leg,
of the bar
yeah.
stool
Wooden
and just
step-
it's a
Yeah,
it's
it'd be great. It's
steak.
it's steak with silver. It's like
I guess
You're not
yeah.
just dead, you're double dead.
you're
Double
extra dead.
If it's vampires and werewolves together, then you're definitely covered.
Oh yeah,
there you
yeah.
go. Oh yes, yeah.
a werewolf.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of what you get from dinner. Just like the entertainment is very like dry compared to like some of the other places. It's just some music, people are talking, having some drinks. There is a full wet bar in the main hall.
There's one guy playing a cello, just dun 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 dun.
It's still this band, which must get paid a lot because it's the same people. They rotate in every so often, but just the same kind of band that's rotating in, and we're just playing like soft music. You know what you think people would think is like high society class, and they're just kind of going through with that, and it gets boring pretty quick. From what it is.
Y'all want to blow this joint and go to an actual bar?
This place would seriously improve its class if it just played some Sabaton.
My lady Sesh, how do you feel about finding some dancing?
I would love to blow this place and find an actual bar. Yes.
Chaps,
Fine, but I'm bringing my weapon.
Yes.
fine. If we find a bar fight, we'll go there first.
Yes!
As long as I get to dance.
You're dancing while everybody else is in a bar fight in the background.
All right, so you
Like Sesh has somebody by the head, punching them. Ustinia is like got two guys in headlocks. Rivallon is stabbing someone in the background. Isaac is getting shanked in the background.
Right.
I just
And Mog's just there going,
Isaac's just there with a Bible and a glass of water in the background is what I was going to go with. But no, you went for the king as always.
As always.
it is
Right.
your defining character trait.
So it has been written, so it
Mog
shall be
is
said.
leaving most of her cash in her room, safely stored away.
Fair.
She's heard about bar calls and losing cash. She doesn't need to you know.
You heard from
so
your
you're-
cousin once who like lost 1,000 platinum pieces in a chair.
Exactly.
1,000 platinum pieces is like a small kingdom's treasury there.
I earned money on a bar crawl once. My character on Discworld MUD. Just I don't remember how. My character ended up drunk and was just wandering around the street. I think before the game randomly moved my character, someone like donated an Ankh-Morpork Royal, which is
I
worth
think you're
100.
homeless or something.
Which is worth $100.
Oh.
I was gonna say you could just like you're already drunk and you just go like, I'll have give me that money. I'll have this. Like I'll say, I'll down this in one go. Constitution checks and just like rolling 20s on them.
I could do that, yeah.
Yeah. So you leave. So you leave the Jade Arrow. Are you? You're just leaving the Jade Arrow to go find a dive. somewhere.
Find
I'm
somewhere where we can drink, man, and dance and have a good time.
Okay. You are still in your dinner dress, like
I'm in
whatever
my
you were wearing.
Nice clothes.
I was wearing
Your
my armor.
nice clothes. Okay.
As a
Yeah.
good
Well,
pick.
We
I
haven't
never got out
been
of
to
it,
the tailor
except for
yet.
the, yeah.
It's all enough.
I
That's all
don't.
I
There
know.
were 2 individuals here that did dress for dinner. But you head out. You find without too much trouble. Yeah, you don't really have a lot of leads to go on, so
We
you just
listen
kind of go
for
to the.
music.
We do what
You know-
Scottish people do at Hogmanay. You just walk along the tenement streets listening. And then you eventually
You
hear
do-
a party and you're like, that's where I'm going.
You do find an unnamed dive not too far into the Ashtown district. That looks to be. It's not an inn. It's just a bar.
Is
Good
it
enough.
loud and musicy?
Yeah, there's music playing, not really refined or well played music, but music nonetheless. People are laughing. You hear clanking
That's where
of
we're going.
glasses. You head in there, and for time's
Sounds
sake,
like a good time to me.
For time's sake, we're gonna say you spend the rest of the night before you head back to your rooms, enjoying yourselves. It is not too hard. Everybody take off a gold piece just from
Yep.
from drinks and tips.
No bar
Yeah.
fight! You call that a good night?
My only question is, can I pull?
Ustinia
Oh, boy,
rolls.
mate!
Ustinia attempts to seduce Sesh.
Oh, attempting to seduce me.
Yeah. All right. I think you're barking up the wrong tree there, buddy. But okay.
Hold up.
Jesus.
There's a perfect meme for this. Give me 1 second here. Let me find this. I'll be right back.
And also, given her height, I think that's also literal barking up the wrong tree.
Let's be honest, right? Unless she's with another Dragonborn or a Goliath, they're not going to be taller than her.
Or a Minotaur.
She's not that much taller than Ustinia.
Osenia's 6'4".
I believe.
She's
She's
a foot
a
taller
foot
than
taller
me.
than him.
6'5".
Oh, she's like 11 inches taller.
It's almost a full foot taller.
Yeah.
She's a big girl, all right?
Yep. Okay.
There's always a chance.
There's always a chance. Ustendia, make a Constitution saving throw. Just I want to know.
7.
Take a look at the meme I just posted. Okay, I want to flirt with the NPC. Okay, what do you say to them? Can I just make a charisma check? Seduce me.
Ustendia, make.
You're pissed. You're pissed drunk, man.
Utarionzo, seduce Mikey as your character
Here,
with
you'll
whatever
need
you would
this.
say. Keep in mind, you're drunk as hell right now.
All right,
With a
here,
7.
here. Utari, reach through the screen and grab this.
By the
You'll need
way,
it.
I want to point out to everyone listening and everyone watching, Ustendia once again rolls a 1 on a Constitution saving throw for drinking.
Are we sure Rostinia doesn't
This
have a
is
bad
like
river?
the 3rd time This has happened.
See,
Out of
if
like
it
the
was-
4 times we've had to do this.
I-
If it was
got
fermented
plus
goat's
6.
milk, right?
I have a +6 to it.
I
If it
know.
was if it was fermented goat's milk, Ustinia would be drinking this like there was no tomorrow. But since it's
Yeah.
actual ale, he's like,
Yeah.
I'm not
You-
used to this.
You only had to roll a 3. You only had to roll a 3 to
Yep.
not be drunk at this point. So
Why is
go
this
ahead.
getting less
Go ahead.
Oh god.
I'm moderately drunk.
Go ahead, Utari. We're all adults here. We're all adults here. We're all adults here and perfectly comfortable in our own sexualities. Come on.
I think he's regretting this heavily.
Oh no, I'm
Is-
going to put this theme. I'm going to put it onto my screen somehow so that the people at home can see it.
Handle a warhammer. Come on, it's all right. Let's do this. Yeah,
Oh, God.
let's do it. Let's
Give me a
go.
moment, please. I'm dying from laughing.
You just
Yeah,
got
it's not there yet.
just steady yourself. You are a stone. Steady.
Ah,
Stone, whilst my character's like blind drunk.
I'm not drunk, you're drunk.
And horny. Blind drunk and horny.
Yep.
Channel High School Utari. After Bender.
Italian. You are a
Zish. Alright. Zish, you great fine fighter and wonderful friend, and I like you. And let's go riding together.
Oh my god, he wants to go riding.
Okay.
It could mean both ways, you don't know.
Yeah.
Hold
I need Sesh to. Okay, Sesh made a 12. Okay.
Yeah. She's not. She's
So-
moderately drunk.
You're moderately drunk. Utari, or Ustenia, make a charisma check at disadvantage.
Okay, my chat, I'm sorry, that's the best I can do in the picture.
This is gonna go either amazingly well or amazingly horrendously.
sorry.
Here comes a
both at the
natural
same
20.
time.
Here just comes
Two
a natural 20. I'm waiting for
Two
it.
ones.
Oh.
A 9.
Wow, that went completely average.
I dropped a 10 as well.
I thought
Yeah.
Forces a reroll.
Okay, re-roll it. Disadvantage. Go on, he's forcing it.
Here we
this
go.
is when you guys get ambushed on your way back to your.
Oh,
2.
I'm gonna say, Isaac, you channel that, just going like, no, I need to help him a little bit. Unfortunately, the magic gets kind of fucked on the way there, and Ustenia just kind of like
Mog is in a corner trying
you go
not
green
to
for a
laugh.
second. You gotta go green for a second as you get like the last bit of words off, like in front of Sesh, like just like a little green. You don't,
Oh,
nothing
no.
comes up, but it's like, it's noticeable. So, Sesh, make that as you will. That was a fairly horrible try.
I feel so bad. I personally feel really bad. Um,
you just want him gone? I can banish him for you.
just points at him. You need to sober up. Just poof.
He wouldn't. You're just gonna restoration him. Oh, I know.
My liver, it turned to dust.
No, I can't really
What?
The
Yeah,
screen
that
is
would
too
be
small.
such- guys, that would be such like a massive way of saying no. Someone drunk up like comes to drunk flirt with you, you just instantly sober them, and they go,
Oh, that's harsh.
No,
I
she's-
think that would be like the worst feeling ever. Is you go from like drunk to stone sober in a second, and it's just like it's just like your brain just like.
So
It's just
any-
going
any
like-
liquid
Drop confidence to normal.
God,
Yeah,
yeah.
no.
all liquid
Yeah.
confidence just leaves you, and then all that replaces it is anxiety.
As you remember,
What
everything
just
you've
say?
done tonight.
I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, you
Not
don't have a chance
necessarily.
for the alcohol to wipe the memory.
Okay.
Not necessarily.
But so what do you do, Sesh? What is your actual action?
Let him down gently, because he is fucking hammered. He might puke on the way back to the inn, hammered.
I may.
That is true.
Who is to say I haven't already?
And he still looks like he's about to puke. That's when you know you're fucking done for the night.
Yep.
When you throw up and you still feel like you're about to throw up.
Yeah, sorry, you don't think it worked.
He goes to find someone else to try his charms on.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's gonna do the same.
I'll friggin' kill ya.
Mog hides behind a cushion.
Sesh,
Yes.
make a. You're still somewhat sober. I mean, no, you're drunk, but you're not like.
I'm not
you're
that
in
drunk.
tar-
You're
You're not.
You're
not
in the merry stage.
you're
You
not
haven't
Eust-
quite got to the melancholy
You're not in
stage.
Eustenia.
Yeah.
You're not Eustenia level drunk yet.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just make a charisma check. Just generally, for to see if you hook
Huh.
anything.
Not bad.
Okay. Just gonna see. Yeah, no. It's pretty slim pickings tonight.
Alright, fair enough.
Rivallon has a try.
Wow. Rivallon rolls a natural 20. Here we go. Let's do it.
Rivallon, make a
Constitution and
const-
charisma.
make a Constitution saving throw.
Rivallon doesn't drink that much. He doesn't ever. He only drank once, and that was with Utari, and thank God it was elven cooking wine because he actually managed to stay sober.
Okay, make a charisma check then. Make a
Charisma check.
Yeah,
Are you sure,
see if you
charisma?
yeah, well, yeah, it would be charisma
Check.
if you're
Other side.
if you're.
Oh. Close.
Yeah, you gain some interest here and there. So hold on. Yeah, there's a nice halfling girl that you find who's just kind of sitting by herself on her own, just kind of. You're in a trade port. I have like there's just a lot of people.
Actual halfling. Hi.
I mean, hey, you know what Rival's into? Is Rivallon into the same thing, though?
There's a halfling girl that you kind of gain the interest of, given the fact that you're a heavily armed individual wearing like
Dragon
Rivallon
scale.
looks
Obviously-
cool.
obviously finely made armor. So
She's just like, I wonder how you look out of that armor.
yeah, you get a little flirting in.
I
Whether or
really
not-
wish
whether-
we got someone else to say that, because now I'm just feeling, oh no, it sounds like
Yeah.
Mikey.
yeah.
I wonder how
You,
you look at the armor.
That's more like it. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, Mikey. It's just the way it is.
Hey, listen, I get it.
You'll say you're able to flirt with her for a while. It just kind of goes back and forth. It's a lot of it's just a lot of surface level stuff. Not
Yes.
a lot of
It's
depth
more
in
action
there.
Rivallon's had in his entire freaking life, really, except for one time. At
Yeah,
band camp.
actually, make another charisma check. That's a good point. Make a charisma check, but this time at disadvantage because now you've actually gotten into this, and this is a very new situation to you.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh,
Okay.
boy.
All right. Yeah. To be fair, you only have a +1 to charisma. It's not like great. Like it's slightly above average, and that's mostly just because you're the dashing rogue.
There's no
That isn't a
rogue.
rogue. Yeah, it's not even a rogue.
Fighter and a ranger.
Yeah. It goes well for like the first half hour.
Oh, God.
But you kind of get to that. You kind of get to that point where you're just like, I have run the gambit of my small talk ability, and you just start talking like the only thing you know, which is like
Death,
arrow
mayhem.
flight, which
Yeah.
is like arrow flight. Here's the thing: you're drunk enough that you're not like in the surface level of your craft. You start talking about the technical level of your
Oh,
craft. You
damn,
start talking.
damn it.
You, s-
Bye,
you start.
nice lady. It was nice talking to you.
You start talking about like arrow flight dynamics and
How
And, like-
whip
and,
an
like,
arrow back
lead-
forth.
like lead times when in certain like weather patterns and like how the humidity affects travel of your
And this
how
thing
you
called the
adjust-
Coriolis
You've
effect.
got to remember the Coriolis effect.
Yeah, you're at that level. You're past like the I'm cool. I can kill things with the arrow. You're just like, okay, so serious. So if I'm gonna hit something at 300 paces, I've got to make sure that I have a lead time of 3.6 seconds. It's just like It's like you're talking like that, and you just see like the interest just like die.
You
from her face. It's just-
Roach, as someone who's been to America and flirted with several people from America, that's how you guys treat guns. Every single person I was with was just
I'm
like,
taking this from experience. Like I haven't been drunk, but I've seen a lot of people be drunk and like get into that level.
oh
that
yeah,
they know.
like
And it's
every
like-
single person I've ever been with who's
It's
like
same thing with, like,
ex-Marine Corps or
cars.
current army or anything just
Yeah.
goes from like
It doesn't-
talking about cool shit to this is how you lead a bullet, and I'm like, oh
Yeah, yeah.
god.
It goes into any hobby. Like car people do it.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
like anything.
That
And
is
car
a
people do
lie. I am
Car
nothing
people
like
do it,
that about
archery
ED.
people do it, gun people do it,
yeah.
sports
But
people
you,
do it too. Actually, sports people are really bad for it.
Yeah, sports.
I am
yeah,
nothing
sports
like
is
that
bad.
about ED at all. It's not my fault that people don't set up their shields right and completely forget about the minus 20% you get to level as soon as you start.
I was
You see
really
that.
confused because ED also means erectile dysfunction. So,
Yeah.
All right,
Trust me, there's no
right,
problem.
but
there.
that's the point where we end.
You see
That's
that
it, we're done.
interest, you see that interest die, and like after a couple of minutes of that, and you start getting into like, okay, so if you are going to be going for long distance shot, make sure your bowstring is properly implemented. You just see her going like, I've got to go, and just starts.
okay, Isaac puts his water down and says, "Let me show you how it's done." Takes off his hood, and then
realizes he's
blind,
horizontal,
everybody
he's lying on the
avoid him.
floor with blood pouring
This is
from
what
his
we're doing
nose,
today.
and Rivallon's like
This is
that.
what we're doing. I had an actual fucking session, but okay, this is what we're doing.
and
You
Isaac,
won't let me kill anything!
Isaac is gonna go and pull himself, so he's gonna try. He's gonna make.
Okay.
Oh, God.
All right, go
Mugs
go
reading
ahead
in
and
the
you
corner,
are.
just laughing.
You
just
are
sat down next to her
you
at
are
this point.
stone sober right now, and we're getting to like midnight. So
There's only
Seth's just pulled up next to Mog and is just pointing and laughing at this point too.
so go ahead and make a charisma saving throw, or
Saving
charisma check. Not no, yeah, just check. We'll see. We'll see if you need.
It would have been better for me. So
I mean, the saving throw would have been better for me as well, but
I think it'd be better for almost everyone. Go
No, not me. No, it would actually be
Not
me.
And I want to, at the end of my chat upline, this is specific, I want to make my pupils glow. Like, normally when I do a spell,
Oh
my
my
pupils glow.
god.
I want to do
Okay.
prestidigitation and make them pink.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
this
see how
anime
this
bitch
goes.
over here.
We'll see how this goes. Go ahead and make a charisma check.
That's a 19.
Okay.
You roll well on the flirting.
We're flirting. Now we're getting to the end line there.
Oh,
All right.
please
Natural
roll
one.
All right. So,
Please crash and burn
you-
worse than me.
There's like a very tall, kind of lithe, elven woman, who looks to been.
Not
He
Isaac's
gets
type.
the
Get him in
elder
half.
woman! You bastard!
That's not Isaac's type. We've learned he's.
I'm
into
quite
short people.
literally. I'm quite
We should have
literally.
swapped!
I'm quite literally just pulling this like as I go. So
So are
You
we.
just
have
don't
been-
want me to get any action at all. No fighting, no sex.
Looks-
It's nothing at all.
This is
Looks
going
to
better
be-
than I could have hoped for. Please keep going.
yeah. It looks to be like some sort of like laborer. Like she's got like a not a do-rag, like a piece of cloth like over her hair, kind of just like letting it go for the night. And you'd like come up and you just like swap. What do you say? What is your line?
Seduce me. Seduce him!
Seduce me.
I've got a room at the Jade Arrow. Do you want to see the sauna?
All right.
Oh my god.
That wasn't bad actually.
As-
Give him full credit. It wasn't awful.
I need you to make a persuasion check at disadvantage because of your general garb and look to yourself for that line to work.
Disadvantage.
Come on, natural one. I want to see
You are
that
dressed
natty
the
one.
most ratty of all of your companions.
I mean,
Oh my god!
Not bad.
What is this bullshit that's going on right now?
Work!
Bullshit!
I'm a charisma caster. What do you expect? Hey, my god's a god of fertility, boys.
My god is a
This
god of
is-
life. That counts, right?
This is what my D&D game has devolved into, and I hate it.
It is a dating simulator. Welcome to Dating Simulator on Wednesdays, Roach.
I just wanted the priestly character to outdo the awesome ranger and the awesome barbarian. That's all it is.
He's
And
not
it wasn't
trying
gonna be
to
hard.
It wasn't going to be hard. So what happens? What happens is, and apparently, this commoner person who hasn't been exposed to magic all of her life doesn't find the prestidigitation of the pink eyes any way unnerving, according to the roll I just made. So
Oh God.
I was getting a 50-50 shot, and I rolled an 18. So that's like, fucking yeah.
She
she's
almost
okay with
actually
it.
liked it.
That's actually worked fairly well.
I just to the galaxy this and went, do you want to see my spaceship?
Basically, yes. And even though you were dressed the most ratty, your confidence makes her believe that you actually do have a room at the Jade Arrow, the most expensive inn in town.
Listen, all I'm going to say is the two priestly people did the best here.
That is very true. That is very true.
No, Rivallon did
Yeah.
better. He just
Yeah.
it went away.
Rivallon's interest died very quickly.
Rivallon, you're just not used to this kind of stuff. This is the first time you tried it. You got in there. You just didn't know how to do the. You didn't know how to do the coup de grace.
You got
You
into
never
the
know if you
DMs.
get any action, are you?
You got into
Put
the
it in
DMs,
terms-
You
but then
never
she
know.
blocked
You
you
give me
because
that
you
get
started
laid,
talking about random
You,
shit.
you don't like let me get kill stuff anymore. I kind of get a
I've
bar
given-
fight.
Let's
Yeah, here,
start
this
a
what
bar
Rivallon
fight.
slid into the DMs, but then when he got there, it worked. But then, like, his conversation died after like an hour, and then she blocked him.
So okay, I'll
Not
say
speaking
this.
from experience.
I'll say this from the two people that made somewhat decent charisma checks and follow throughs on this.
Who are they?
What-
You need to dictate that.
Sesh made
here.
a decent charisma check on
Yeah.
this. You didn't necessarily find a lot, but I mean, if you want to latch on to whatever you can latch on to, that's it's up to you.
Ah, no, she has moderate standards. Thank you.
Yeah.
Even when she's drunk.
Yeah. So we're gonna because I don't want to roleplay this.
Fade to black.
We're gonna fade to the morning. With all of you back at the Jade Arrow, however you managed to get back, in the case of Ustenia.
I
Try and
sort of
carry him.
vaguely remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember shit.
Yeah. By the way, Sesh, there's someone in your bed.
Is it a man or a woman?
Oh, I got everyone
Roll
home.
I'll roll a
Roll
d20
D-
for you.
Roll a d4. Roll a d4.
D4? Goddamn it.
Yeah. Let's say 1 or 2's man. One.
If
I need
it's
to
a
grab
one,
my
then-
d4s because I didn't have one. It's a 2.
2. Okay.
It's one on the screen.
Yeah. There's one on the screen you could have.
Ah, then fuck it.
Yeah. No, there's a guy there. Say
Reminded me. Thank you. Sending stone.
right.
Wow.
I don't know why. I was gonna say I don't know why you're rolling that. We know who, but yeah. Yeah. No. Just looks to be a human man. Average builds. A bit scratched up.
Yeah. That's about right,
A bit scratched up and passed out.
Listen,
Just
right? When you get with the Dragonborn, you gotta sign a waiver.
Yeah, just a bit scratched up. That's as far as I was going. Just a bit scratched up, passed out. Isaac,
She's scratched up.
Yeah,
No, you're scratched up
No.
still somehow. We don't know how it happened.
you're shanked for some reason.
She stabbed you in the night, man. You're dead. Congrats.
There's just a knife in your gut.
Yeah.
No.
Make a new character.
I can't get off without it anymore.
Oh. Fuck.
Okay. If I'm not gonna let you guys get some in this game, if this is where we're going with this.
Oh, for God's sake!
I will
wasn't
turn
me.
this. I will
Alright.
turn this game around. If I have to.
Listen, this will become a Christian D&D stream.
Become a Christian D&D session. Yeah, no,
God.
same,
No,
same.
my Christian fantasy ground server.
Yeah, on the same, the same elven woman you met last night, just there. You all wake up, like you're not hungover at all.
I'm
She
up to
is.
prayer at 5. Like,
Yeah, no, which is like weird for her because like you just kind of wake up and just like start praying, and she's just there.
Morning! I have to go pray now.
Yeah, so there's a bit of a walk of shame from her out of the room.
Oh, wait,
like,
breakfast.
in the morning, because you wake up at sun up, and then it's kind of the magic's gone at that
Yeah.
point.
I just imagine
least-
guys is there reading that fantasy book, whatever it was.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The mild smut with the Uteshian man, just like.
Uh,
as
So
she wakes
sad
up,
the Uteshian man didn't pull.
true, but it's also amazing you made it back.
It's
I
amazing
got
you
it
got
against
back
one. I
without
told
dying.
people that I would lead them back.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. But then again, he rolled a 1, so you could have just lost track of him. Let's be honest.
He could have just fell into a ditch and out of it.
At that point, he's basically a toddler that weighs 200 pounds.
Yeah, that's true.
With an axe that does necrotic damage.
Without the armor, the weapons, and everything else he carries. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
But yeah, you wake up
she
in the
will
morning.
wake him up for breakfast and then be nice.
Things go. Yeah, it's awkward. It's
She'll be
always
nice,
awkward.
but she doesn't know his name, so she's like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah.
I'm going for a smoke.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, quite a few people did last night. Yeah.
like it's the 1950s. Let's go.
Yeah. This is
Marlboro is good for you. Smoke
This
more of
is
it.
not what I had in mind for today. So
Listen, right? You signed the waiver, okay?
It did burn an hour of game time, so are near enough.
It was good though. It was
Yeah. So yeah, you
Fist.
all coalesce for breakfast.
her name?
What was her? Did you actually get her name? Sure.
I would have because I was sober.
Yeah. Fucking. I don't.
It's fucking.
Eeny,
name's fucking.
meeny, miny. Arwell.
Oh well.
Ah, well.
Arwell. It's one of the female elven names I have on my list. Yeah.
Her name is literally just well.
Yeah.
Arwell.
Well, it's Arwell, so it's Arwell.
God damn it.
Yeah. But yeah, you coalesce as a group for breakfast.
I thought
Um,
breakfast
Don't we
was
eat breakfast in rooms? Yeah.
Breakfast is served in
Oh,
rooms.
that's true. Breakfast coalesces to you.
Yeah, like
as
I
you-
let him stay so he can have breakfast as well because I'm not that.
There's not
I
enough
won't-
for two.
know.
Actually, hold on.
Yes, there
There-
is.
Actually, there are 2 separate meals provided to you for breakfast.
They saw you come home with someone.
Yeah.
They are a conscientious
Observer.
establishment, and they made notes.
Yep.
Isaac,
Yep.
you have 2 meals. She's not there anymore, but you have 2 meals just provided to you.
I'll have this one for lunch later.
He starts putting more in napkins.
Session, her night person is just sitting there.
The fact
soundless
that you
eating.
rolled so well. If
I
you
don't-
hadn't rolled so well, you would have bombed so fucking hard.
Yeah, it would have been funny.
I'm also gonna take the towels.
And the robes.
And the washing and the small little like soaps they
The
have.
robes.
Just
the
to be a bit more
shampoo.
classy next time I'm in a lake.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, there's also like the napkins are like embroidered with the design of the jade arrow on it.
Also, I want to
like,
point out
all
that the robes and like the towels probably wouldn't help me be any more classy in a lake. So styles.
Yeah. Yeah, there's yeah, it's not great for you.
Pomegranate.
Yeah, no, little juice is provided. It's like a nice hearty breakfast. It's very nicely made. You all eat it. You've got like a little desk and place to eat. Rivallon, you
No.
are
Alone forever.
Your weapons are clean.
Yes, I know they are.
Like,
I fucking cleaned them.
exactly. They are maintained to a point. On that, like it is amazing how clean they are. It's the plus side.
Get to the next section.
Okay, I dropped that.
Or I'll set Duke on you.
He's still asleep.
Duke, attack him, bitch. Attack him.
He's still
Do it.
He's still asleep
Duke,
down there. He's
those
doing that
calves-
thing where he's holding on
Get-
to his outstretched hind legs, like kind of doing that the thing where he's wrapped around.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
He's adorable. But yeah, you finish your breakfast and then collate together as a group, kind of in the central chamber again. You have a couple of things that if you wanted to do during the day, you can do. Like you have like some you know where possible magic items could be picked up,
Yeah.
or like a magic shop. You've been given
Tailors.
like that. You got a tailor you can go to. You also have like you have another inn that you know of that you've been provided the ability to comp to, that is in a different part of the city. So if you were, you don't know of like a job board or anything like that, but like inns are a good place to get rumors. That
Not
kind
in
of
this
stuff.
one.
Not necessarily in this one, no. It's just, unless you wanted to like, I don't know, get paid to like listen to like an elder dwarf about his business opportunities. Just kind of
That's like being a phone girl, essentially.
Yeah. But yeah, you've got some things you can do during the day if you'd like to. You haven't been like called upon by Hasled's men or anything, so it looks to be just another kind of open day that you've got.
Should say goodbye to the dude who was there with her. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. She never got his name.
Nope.
Nope.
Didn't really
Nope.
care for it, if I'm honest.
Isaac
Nope.
would like to find a tailor with Ustinir if he's awake.
No, he's dead.
Yes, no, he's awake.
He's
No,
dead
yeah,
inside, though.
Yes.
Ustenia's awake. Ustenia's
Yeah.
awake. By the way, Ustenia, your meal's somewhat different than everyone else's. Yours is like very hearty with some hair of the dog, like kind of stuff provided in there.
They're
It's a
very
very-
conscientious.
A very conscientious place that they
You're
This is,
not
like,
the
very-
first circle to come back blinding drunk.
yeah. So I mean, there's a good like light ale there, as well as like super black coffee.
Oh
And like
yeah.
a couple of
He's
different
so
things.
strong that it's basically tar
Like
at that point.
Like a very a very
Coffee's not only
greasy.
strong, it's mean. It comes out of the cup and slaps you around the face before you can drink
Yeah.
it.
Get the fuck
Yeah, a very greasy plate of like bacon with like eggs mixed in, and just kind of like it was cooked in the bacon grease, like that kind of like just something to like soak
Yes.
up shit. like
Yes.
so you actually don't feel too bad after breakfast. Like I mean, it's not great, but you know you've
I'm
had worse.
functional.
Yeah, yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah. You don't do long calculus and stuff like.
Yeah.
Don't get involved in a bar fight right now, because you will probably
Yeah.
puke.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so let's say what does everybody want to do with their day? So we got Ustenia and Isaac want to get like clothes.
Morg will go to the magic shop with Rivallon.
Okay. And Sesh, what do you want to do?
I guess I'll go with the two boys shopping.
Shopping. Okay, so we got two shopping.
Go shopping.
All right. Okay. So we we'll go towards the magic shop first.
Well, I wanted to do it to an armor as well, or a tinker or something.
Or an armor tinker. Okay. Give
You want
me
to do,
just like a
do the
general.
tailors first?
Well, I have things written for yours, so we're gonna do that first. Expect
Sorry.
that people to go. You think I got a fucking tailor written? Give me some time. Go ahead and give me just like an investigation check, just a general investigation with advantage because you also have Mogbear to help you. So.
Well, what's your
Just
investigation?
+2.
Well, I've got +5, so
Oh.
I'll roll it.
Mog takes the lead on it. Are you specifically looking for like a tinkerer or an armorer? Or both?
The Tinkerer, because I want to have a look at the thing to see if I can break it down into something a bit more.
Okay. You are told of an individual like a you're told of an individual that goes ahead and what am I trying to say here? An individual in the Northgates district, like the big kind of like slummy district,
Yeah.
but like near like the part that's inside of the walls, so like the nice part.
Yep.
Not too far from where you're at. You're told of this like gnomish man who will take a look at he like does like trinkets and stuff and like makes you're told about this like a wind up clock that was been made by them, stuff like that. Just kind of like general talk you kind of inquire about. And by the name of Tegan. And you find like a human-sized dwelling that a gnome lives in.
Mm-hmm.
So like there are like subdivided rooms and stuff that you can kind of see from the outside, like some post buyer modifications.
Yeah.
To it. But there's like a little shop front there, like shop, very broad sense, like does commissions and stuff. But when you head in, you kind of like have there's like the acrid smell of like acidic compounds and like general like things to make things and break down other stuff that you head in on. But this is very probably late 20s gnome, like not too old. It comes out here in like a little door, or the bell above the door coming out, and he's got like a general tinkerer's like head where like he's got like a magnifying glass like kind of comes out from kind of goes over the eye. He's wearing coveralls and like thick rubber gloves that he's messing around with, and he comes out very wide-eyed with like a little soot on him. Yes? Are you you looking for a commission?
No, I'm looking for someone to modify something for me.
Modify. What exactly are you wanting to modify?
Reach into the bag of holding and pull out one of the rifles.
Okay. Who has the bag of holding?
Mog.
No, Moggs doesn't have it.
Isaac does.
You've been carrying it.
Yeah.
You've been carrying what you need.
You've got one anyway. You have one
Yeah.
of your own. It's the extras in the bag of holding.
Yeah. You see his eyes light up when you. Oh, what is this? Some sort of crossbow, or?
No, a crossbow is less destructive than this.
Ooh, it's like almost like a very happy noise comes from him.
I've seen this punch through enchanted armor.
Oh. May I inspect it?
Yeah, it's not loaded.
Takes it. It's huge. It's
Yeah.
Poor, but he's like he's pawing it over, looking it down. It's like, oh, fine craftsmanship. Ooh, somebody forged the barrel in one piece all the way down. Just like little laughs, looking it down. He opens the like the mechanism and like flips aside like little protective cap and like gives a some sort of explosive acrid. I'm guessing it propels some sort of projectile out of the barrel.
Yes.
At great speed. It'd be highly destructive. And he's like pawing it over, just like at this point you're kind of only tangentially there to him as he's looking it over. Modification. What do you need who made this? What master tinkerer made such an item?
I don't know who made it, but if you can modify this one the way I want it, I will pay you with another complete version.
Deal.
Before you agree to it completely, this is not the only thing I need modified. I also need some of the projectiles modified. And I hand him one of the
He
rounds.
snatches it. Looks it over. He looks it over and like you've seen people handle this that don't know it, like
Yeah.
you and your party, and even Hasland. And like the first thing they do is like kind of like feel it with their fingers, kind of like get a sense of it. But the first thing this guy goes to is just like a deep smell, like a
Yeah.
deep scent.
Oh god, that's good.
But the weird thing. Yeah, the weird thing is, you oh no, the weird thing is, like, you can hear under his breath, and he kind of gets it right. He's like, primarily lead ball, some sort of leather patchwork centerline, and a powder primarily constructed out of some sort of saltpeter and additive. Just like going into like the chemicalness of
Yeah.
this, like knows this. What do you need modified? It seems perfect.
Well, the lead ball, as you put it, I want to replace that with a smaller, larger number of balls.
Like this, and he like ruffles into like a small like cabinet and like brings out like you can grasps a pouch, and you can hear like the shuffling of a whole bunch of like 1,000 ball bearings.
Yeah.
And it like takes out a couple like these, and like they're
Yes.
like standard ball bearings size.
Yeah. Exactly.
That wouldn't take much. Reproduction of the explosive powder would be difficult, but possible.
Yeah, I don't need you to worry about the powder, and I put the rest of the rounds on the tail. I just need the rounds modified.
This like face is twitching in weird ways as he's looking at it, and like he's rubbing his fingers together. And
Somebody get this man some cocaine. He might calm down.
And I'd say,
Looking over
so
there.
we've got like, what, 19 rounds left? Because we gave
Yeah.
one to, yeah. I'd take another 3 off and say, and if you complete the work,
Actually, you gave
You get-
3 to Haslet. You gave 3 to Haslet, so you have 17
Okay.
rounds.
17 rounds. Okay. If you complete the work, you get the 1 rifle and 2 of the rounds for you to reproduce the...
Deal.
Alright.
As he
Now
is
we can
currently
talk.
doing a line of cocaine to calm down.
What do you
I
need?
would advise that you talk to Hasland
Vogue.
Vogue of the City
General.
Guard.
Oh,
Hasn't
the
known.
fourth order.
Hasland Vogue. Why does that sound familiar?
Head
Oh!
of the Fourth Order.
And you see him just leave, like from the area you're in, and go into the back of the room. And you hear things crashing and like and things falling over. Moment! I remembered.
What did you
A
just
couple
do?
seconds later, and comes back. And he's clutching like a parchment paper that's got like a seal on it. And I was like, "I'm supposed to be there right now. I'll do your work. Leave it here.
You
I
don't
think
know
he's
what I
about-
want done.
Tell me.
Okay.
Just kinda-
How long's the
it's
barrel?
like, because the whole rifle's like 5 foot tall with
Barrel being one thing. This is like a Sparks LLR, so playing.
This is in terms of the size of this thing. It is modeled after a Great War era Labelle, like
Yes, you've
like
said that
rifles.
many times.
Yes,
Oh,
so
okay. I know.
yeah. So it's like that barrel's got to be about 4 foot tall, like that, just 4
The
foot.
barrel
long,
length
I'd
is
say.
42 inches.
Oh, Mikey's going.
Oh god,
Mike,
I'm dying.
you just sparked out.
So
It's-
3.5 foot.
Yeah,
it's
42
it's, yeah, it's fairly long. So, yeah, about 3.5, 4 foot.
Right.
Give or take.
So I want the barrel cut down. Oh, excuse me. I want the barrel cut down to about 1.5 feet.
Right.
I need it to be kept balanced. So remove as much of the
Shaving.
stock as you have to do to keep it balanced on the hand grip.
All right.
Also, the
Can't
15
guarant-
rounds will need to be repackaged with ball bearings.
All 15.
All 15.
All right.
On
Do
completion
you
of the
mind
work,
if-
you will get the 2 rounds I promised you, along with a fresh new rifle for your own use.
can
And when
do
I say
this.
new, I mean brand new, never been fired.
I can do this. Yes.
Right,
Yes.
okay then.
Yes, I will take it. He's like wringing his hands together. You just like giving this guy like just Christmas of Christmases. Like he's
Yeah.
never seen this kind of before, and now he gets to play with
He's now
something.
going to be
That's...
the monopolizer of the market of guns on this continent.
That's the point.
He's got to figure out how the powder works first. He knows it's primarily constructed of saltpeter, but he doesn't know the other additives.
I would advise you to talk to the general, because he already has one of these in 3 rounds himself. He may wish to do business with you.
Yes, his letter said he needed me to see something.
Yeah,
I'm
don't do
glad
that.
it's something like
I'd
this.
rather
And he's
you
like,
didn't tell him that I have one, though.
touching. As he's saying, I'm glad it's something like this I get to deal with. And he's like caressing the rifle weirdly, like as he's going down there. So yeah, you know.
What, like that the rifle itself is an overcompensatory manifestation of a huge stiff penis. Like, it itself is, I mean...
What is it with today? And
So we full sent it today.
Oh, yeah.
I still
So-
don't think this is as bad as last week. Last week we really had the zoomies.
yeah.
You know what, Roach?
So-
You'll be the GM. What do you think? What's your weakest work? This or last one?
Well, last week, because he had to finish early. So he didn't even get a chance
Yeah.
to get us back on track.
Yeah, that's true. So you
So I would advise you don't tell the general that I have this, given the fact I was the one who provided what he's already got, and I told him I didn't have any others.
I get a fresh rifle when I finish.
Fresh rifle, brand new.
Then what rifle am I working on?
This one.
No, that was I was being
Oh. He's doing that kind of thing. I don't know what. I haven't got a rifle to, all that kind of stuff.
He's fine. I won't tell a soul.
Excellent.
I must close shop now. I've been
You want me to
expected
leave?
for the last 3 hours.
Should I leave all this here?
Yes.
How long?
Maybe a week,
Fine.
maybe more. Check in a few days. I'll have a better understanding. My work to the general must come first.
Oh, that reminds me. You'll need these to make it work.
The firing pins.
Okay, I've got most of those, but
No, I had a couple of boxes myself, remember?
He took some.
Oh, yeah.
We're assuming it's the morning. He kind of traded before you left off. He takes like a little box of them. I will have to research this. Thank you. I must go now.
Okay.
Have yourself a good day.
I'll
As
see you
he
in
kinda
4
shuffles
days.
You out of
Yeah.
his shop and closes the door, and like you hear like 5 locks being locked like in various ways, all like the lower half of the door he closes.
And then suddenly he's
see-
like a grease lightning.
I like the
Yeah.
idea that he's got a button and it just all of it, and like then the door flips over and changes. It's a metal door.
But yeah, you deal with that, and we'll over to the people getting
Just one thing.
Getting-
Rivallon, he was way too creepy with that.
It's because he knows what he's got.
Have you seen Rivallon with a bow?
No, but that woman last night did. and that kind of. This is you're like looking over the bow as you're talking to him. That's my head. That's my head canon for that situation. So.
I'll end the stream right now.
I won't.
So you, the rest of the party, you were at a tailor, a seamstress's abode that you were given directions to by the inn that you were staying at. It is, again, very opulent. It is obvious that this person has a lot of money and deals with clientele that have a lot of money. As you enter, there are dresses of many designs and suits, clothing from very disparate locations. Kind of around, like whatever's in style in various areas. There's even like a whole section for dwarven colonial, which is distinctly different than dwarven continental. But you see a older elven woman who is kind of managing and kind of doing some alterations to a dress on a form, who is very flowy dress, very high hair, done up very in a very there's a lot of structure to it, and a lot of makeup. Just a lot of white foundation, and just like covering that up.
Elizabethan white powder, sort of lead line.
Kind of a little blush on the cheeks there. You can definitely tell, even for an elf, she's very old, which means there's a lot of some wrinkles that are just hidden by this foundation. Might be a little bit self-conscious about that as a nigh immortal elf. But she notices fairly quickly, and she's got like little pins in her mouth, and she, hello, can I help you? Are you looking for something in particular, gentlemen? And Sesh is there, right?
Sesh is there, yeah.
And Madame?
Ustinia, you wanted to go first, but if not, I can, if you're still undecided.
Well, we've been traveling on the road for some time, and
I can see that.
And I was requiring clothes more suitable for staying in the city.
They both need a nice suit.
Day clothes, possibly evening clothes as well.
I actually have something in mind, but no, you go.
Are you looking for specifically just day clothing, or something, some night clothes as well? Something out on the town, a little saucy, or are we?
It has a strip up the leg so he can show off his meaty thighs.
His extra miniature axe that is strapped to his thigh.
Yeah.
Possibly both, actually. I like the sound of the evening attire that you described.
Oh, that can be done. Hold on. And she goes over. She's got like a little measuring tape that she kind of takes some of your measurements. Ooh, you have a very good structure. It wouldn't be too hard to modify what I have in stock for you. Just kind of like goes around, checks, and so one moment, I'll get you some examples. Kind of goes, picks up a couple of things, and shows you kind of just what's in vogue right now, and it's not necessarily your style, to say the least. There's like very nice tunics that are like with bits of silk here and there, and it's like some nice colors that mesh together well. She says she has different colors she can make this in, with that nice like night coat that kind of goes over that to kind of so the shirt's only barely showing. Little like tie that goes down, not like an actual tie, but like a little like neck covering kind of thing, almost like a bandana. And some pants that are in style, which aren't like functional in terms of like what you would expect. Like they're very poofy for what they are, because that's kind of what people are wearing right now.
Don't buy them. Don't buy them.
Like, some
Be
nice
out
mid
of fashion in like 2 weeks. Don't buy them.
yeah, like some mid calf like kind of like boots that are made of like very supple leather. A nice like belt that's also made of like a supple leather with like a silvery buckle that's got a design on it that looks to be like a design of it's like she picked one out for you. She said, "Oh, this will be just the thing," and it's a design. It's the belt buckle, a design of a fox chasing a rabbit, or like a it's made to look like they're chasing it around the belt buckle's like exterior, like forever chasing it around. That is so you. It works so well. She's giving you all these options here for like your like the nice day clothing, and that's a phone call that I'm getting right now. Probably telling me
for
to
you.
stop. Just stop. And as for like the night clothes, like it's like what you would wear to a get together like in the evening. So it's like a coat that's got like kind of some long tails on it. That's like a very, very black coat on there with a nice contrasting white undershirt and some more form-fitting pants. Some very nice shoes, just generally stuff like that. You know, kind of what you'd expect from this time. You saw people wearing it while you were at the Jade Arrow and kind of people around town. You know, it's, however you feel about it, it's however you feel about it. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you. No. But that's what she presents to you, like off the cuff, like kind of like, what's here now? What do you think?
I think he would go with what's off the shelf because he's in an unfamiliar city. He wants to blend in a bit better. You know, he'd go with it.
Okay. Marvelous. I can modify some of the seams to make it fit a little bit better on you. Wouldn't take much time. Could have them done in maybe an hour. If I really rushed it. And then she goes, and will you be paying for that today, or is this a future purchase?
I could
Or are you
certainly
going
consider paying for both today.
Right. Are you all going to be
Bag of
getting
platinum.
something? Yeah. Are you all going to be getting something together? I could offer a bulk discount or a.
I have something I would quite like to discuss with you. I've been tinkering around with some ideas for a while, and you have more of an eye for style than I. But Isaac flips open one of his notebooks and shows off essentially.
Make a. By the way, a persuasion check with advantage on that point because you just flattered her, and that's.
And you're blind.
I need you to do that. This might affect things.
Persuasion, did you say?
Yeah, with advantage.
Oh,
That's a 21.
Okay, go ahead with what you were going to ask her to do.
Basically, I also produce off of my finger my father's signet ring. Basically, it's a, and I've got a drawing that's probably easier to show. Essentially, it's like a robe that's kind of. I'm trying to go for both style and purpose, so I can still move if we break into combat. But it's a long robe.
Fusion of form and function.
Exactly that. It's got to be. I have enough like give that you can put a breastplate underneath it, but enough to keep my shape. I wanted him like whites and golds with a cape of turquoise and deep blue, and then a combination of this symbol that's on the signet ring and with around a star of Palor put onto it. And I go through all of the idea that I've got for this. Essentially, formalize it.
Formalizing. Okay, yeah.
You need to get more art done, boys.
Yeah, she takes that in. I can definitely do this. It would take a little bit more time, maybe a few days, to modify something I have. We'll see about that. I'll give you a final timeline when I get everyone's order. And you, miss?
Well, I already own a very nice dress, but I could always use something. Oh, I've always wanted to try on a suit.
Suit. Could work.
She says, looking up.
You're obsessed with everyone being shorter than you. You know that, right?
Most of them are. Let's be honest here. Until the day Roach is like, "There's a dragonborn here." And I'm like,
it's
"Is he?"
Sesh's defining principle.
Yeah, being tall and making sure you fucks don't die.
Yeah.
In that order.
Becoming a jaded healer.
Yeah. Y'all fucks go at my pace.
So, that could be done. Are you looking at anything specific? Much like your friend's suit here, or more?
Well, I'm from the Grey Wastes. I'm from Alhood, so maybe incorporate some of that into the design.
I could incorporate some open silks and open weaved wool that they favor down there.
I'm not quite as
drape.
aware of fashion. You know, I tend to wear a lot of plate a lot of the time.
She kind of does a sketch. She kind of like brings out a little charcoal thing and like gives a sketch and some parchment she has on there. But she shows you as like a fusion of a suit and a dress in a way.
Yeah.
It's it has trousers as the component, but the like upper bit hangs more. It's not form fitting, so it kind of hangs with very Alhudian stylings. Like it's got like a nice like kind of sheer materials that kind of hang in various different ways, kind of over like more like solid pieces of cloth, and it makes it's reminiscent of like the robes and veils and stuff that are more favored down there, but is in the form of a suit, or the form of a formal wear with trousers.
I like it.
I can have
I
something
like it.
with this, and it's she can do it any color that she would prefer.
I would like maybe some something to complement my silver skin, my silver scales. So maybe like a red or a blue.
We could do a dark blue, contrasted with some light yellow accents in various areas.
I like the way you think.
She kind of gives some notes on there. Right. So, I can have yours, sir, order done in a few hours. You can even wait here and enjoy some complimentary wine as you wait for it to be done and walk out with it today.
Stevie nearly pukes when you mention alcohol.
Not necessarily.
Yeah. The rest of your orders will take some time. I'll have to make from scratch yours, miss. And I'll have to modify some things I already have on stock for you, sir. So we'll give it an even, let's say, a week. And I might have it all done depending on back orders and various other things that are currently going on. You can come back and pick it up, or at least check in on it at that point. I will say grand total for your walkout, sir, that will be 75 gold pieces.
Wow, that's cheaper than I was actually suspecting.
Yeah, I give
just no questions asked.
That's
But then you are genius. I'm very happy to wait.
Right. Okay. For his 75 gold pieces, Isaac modifying that and working in a lot of intricate details on that point. But you did also compliment her and pass a persuasion check on that point. So she's charging you an even 100 gold pieces for your.
I pay in
for
10
your-
platinum.
Okay, she takes that, and she doesn't offer you to pay half up front. I
pay 10 platinum.
You pay me full up front, and I will make your item on that point. She has a reputation, so she doesn't expect anybody not to trust her.
Guys, I'm down to 118 platinum.
You guys don't understand just how much this actually costs in the context of actual.
Oh yeah,
people's,
yeah. Because like
income.
35 gold is 35 days work for Sesh in our old job. That's like
Yeah.
that's like more than a month's worth of pay.
That's a skilled laborer's full day's work is a gold piece. So
Yep.
you're basically you're spending on one outfit, Ustenia. You're spending like 4 months of somebody's life to do that.
I don't know if I'll be
4
able to
months
afford
of
to-
someone else's life, not mine.
Yeah.
He's
And
not wrong.
says she.
And that's classism.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
says
that's
she quotes you 150 gold pieces because of the intricate details and the
All right.
materials.
I have no gold pieces left.
All right.
She gives her the gold, and she is now poor again.
All right. All of your money on something to look nice in.
I mean, hey, when she goes back to Al Hood eventually and takes over as a dictator, she gotta look good, you know?
I mean, there's a good chance that very soon we might be at parties with princes. Isaac
Yeah.
can't go around looking like.
It's fine. I'll just be the bodyguard. That's it.
Yeah, Isaac can't go in looking like arms for an ex-leper.
Sir. Oh.
Did Isaac even own a set of fine clothes?
Nope.
Wow.
He's been wearing the same thing since the beginning of the campaign. I think.
I have.
Now we
plenty-
also need
Except
to
for
get
Mike.
we also need to get our work done of all our characters wearing their fancy clothes, like the alternate night clothes.
That's
I will
fine.
admit,
Mine will be just the same thing he's wearing.
No, he just won't put you in it.
I will admit that my armor is like super prestige, but my clothes are traveler's clothes. Like, my
Yeah.
basic
Yeah.
clothes. So I
I own a set of traveler's clothes.
I'm
and
assuming
it's
if you go to a
fine
party, you're gonna be like wearing a mix of your armor and the fine clothes, so that you have like the displacer
He's
beast.
still got the
kind of-
helmet. Yeah,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Maybe not the helmet, but maybe just like the other part of
the
the helmet,
beast.
like the beast.
the
part,
fine
yeah.
leathers and
Yeah.
hides.
that
and
kind of
stuff,
Yep.
stuff. But yeah, that's so while that's happening, and you kind of wait a couple hours because she's offered you just kind of like wait a few hours while Ustenia's stuff is kind of made, or like modified off shelf, which is why his costs the cheapest because he kind of just like I'll take that, and that, fix it for me.
I will take one of each, and then I will let you fix
Yeah.
it for me.
While that's happening, the other two individuals of the party have found the blue eyes, or the blue eye, which is inside of the inside of the. It was somewhere in here. I know because I wrote it down. I wrote.
It was
this.
in the Northgate district. You said
the
I believe.
gardens.
Not the gardens.
It was in the Gardens district, which is a very different than what you're used to with the rest of this city, because you kind of cross into the Gardens, and although the high or the upper ward kind of had this, as soon as you enter into this area, you notice that the greenery around here just like it jumps up to like 100-fold. Like there are now like little gardens in front of every building. There are trees planted along all the roadways. This is like the upper class, but not like the super hyper wealthy part of town for the capital. So like everybody's there's like little garden patches here and there. It's like everybody's living it's not like opulent. It's just they have the ability to not only own land, but sacrifice part of the land to just grow things on and still have a home that is fairly large, is kind of the vibe you're getting from here.
It's like the upper middle class.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, they're still rich, though, but it's kind of that thing. But they, you get like the fine smells of greenery kind of come back to you. You don't get like the smell of a city here. It's almost magical, like in terms of the ways like you cross in, and it's just like kind of very clean
Greenwich.
smelling. It's very clean smelling. It's it's like Disney pumping in the scents from their scent machines to put you in a mood. Which, although some people think that's like, oh, that's magical, I think that's like super creepy.
Yeah.
that's a thing. Like, oh, you go to this part of town, we're gonna pump this scent in there so that you feel the way we want you to feel.
You will feel good and spend money.
This is magic. But yeah, you head into this part of town, and you find fairly quickly the Blue Eyes, the Blue Eye, which is just this kind of building off to the side. It's in its own little section, and there is a painted symbol of like a cat's eye, but it is in blue as its design. It's a moderately sized building, like all like quasi mini warehouse in its like layout, but it has like a nice open front to it that you can walk into, and you see just a lot of like a pawn shop in kind of a way. Like it's a bit it's a bit more upper class than a pawn shop. It's like a curios shop, which is basically an upper class pawn shop, anyways. Yeah. So there's like, it's not like a magic shop you've seen where they have like little armors and like little like scrolls and in cases and all this kind of stuff. This is more just like, oh, here's like a hand carved unicorn made of stone, and like here's like an armoire that's like really finely carved, and just like kind of everything is being placed here and there from what you can see. There are a few individuals that look to be workers. Like some people are like moving some items here and there. Some people are behind like a main desk that isn't like against a wall. It's actually in the center of this area. That's like, it's a circular desk in the center that they're working at. And you see a spiral staircase going to the second floor in the center of that little area that they're working behind. So yeah, what are you like looking for specifically, or
I am looking for something that will increase my wisdom.
Okay. Okay. So how are you going about trying to find that? Because there's no like labels on anything.
I was going to ask the desk.
Okay, so
Mom's
you
gonna
like head up to
switch her eyes on and have a look round.
All right. Boing. Just like
And the entire
Sam
room
Fisher.
lights up. You go, oh god, that's bright.
like Sam Fisher. Actually, the opposite is true. There's almost no magical stuff in here. This is, it's an oddity shop. This is more like people would come here because they have money to spend, and they want to spend it. You might get lucky, and it's also not very well organized, so not everything is visible, like from the aisle. Like you know, you have to like go through some shelves and stuff. You know, like if you do go to a pawn shop or go to a curio shop or something like that, that's what you always do. Is you're always just like picking through all the stuff they've got laid out, just kind of seeing what's there. But you, Rivallon, like kind of go up to the front, and there's just there's a human man there, you know, like late teens, kind of like my summer job. You ask about how do you phrase what you're asking?
I'm looking for something specific, but anything that has magical properties I would maybe interested in.
Magic. Well, we do come across some items like that. They're spread kind of everywhere. We don't really curate the floor. The matron doesn't like that. Says that the beauty of the shop is it can be whatever you want, and you can find whatever you wish. Kind of finds you. We did have a few somewhat magical scrolls somewhere a few days ago. I saw. You'd have to pick.
Well, my friend
them.
might be interested in those.
All right.
I'm more thinking of items that may.
You're looking for something that lets you perceive the world better, aren't you?
Yes, basically something which will boost my understanding of the world, my wisdom, you might say.
One moment. Let me ask. And you see him.
Oh,
go
and
up the spiral
don't forget to bring
stairs.
those scrolls back with you.
Scrolls.
Of course. Goes up spiral staircase. And it's like it's that thing where you've asked somebody to go check something, you're kind of just like leaning against the
Yep.
counter and just waiting at that point. You're not sure what to do with your hands.
So, nice weather we're having.
I've seen a couple of glows in here.
And it's small things from what you've seen. Like there's a
Glows.
there's like
I thought you said blows. Then I was about to go.
there's like a
We're friends.
like an
That's all it's staying as.
yeah. There was like an intricate lantern that you saw on one of the shelves, and it has like a little magical bit to it. And you think it might just be like an ever-burning flame in this lantern that can be lit or that can be like turned on and off. Like very like mundane things, like nothing like too big from what you can see. I mean, obviously you're not casting like identify, so you can't get like specifics on anything.
But I can. My arcane's pretty high.
Yeah. Which is why I told you that much. It's nothing like super big. Like nothing. This isn't a place where the people make the items, which is where you've gone to most of the time. Is people have made the items there, and which is why they're so powerful and expensive. But after a couple of minutes, an individual walks down the stairs. But not the man that or the kid that walked up there. Walking down the stairs, you see a figure, kind of clothed in robes, very flowy kind of robes, very opulent in a way. Not like upper ward opulent, but like this is finely made. This is finely made. I know I finally made them, and I'm going to show it off a little bit.
Yeah.
One of them.
But not like figure hugging robes, very just kind of flowy. And actually make a perception check, both of you.
$15. Oh wow.
22.
Okay, both of you get this. So it's very, because the robes also kind of obscure the head for the most part. But as walking down the staircases, you both see kind of a like a feminine bone structure underneath the robes that is trying to be obscured, as well as like soft purple skin and silver eyes peeking out from underneath. And it also didn't take you long to notice the odd like bunching of the robe material from behind, as if a tail is existing
Is she a
back
tiefling?
there. It looks to possibly be tiefling. That's highly possible. Inner arms, there are 2 or 3 scrolls that she seems to be bringing down, and kind of looks around a little bit as she exits off, kind of vectors in on you two, and then Rivallon would get this specifically, vectors in specifically on Mog as she walks towards you two, and places the scrolls down on the counter. I was told there were some interested parties in these curiosities.
I may be. I'm looking for certain spells. And if these scrolls hold them, then I'm certainly interested.
Well, I am.
At times, you want to come back to this next week?
Are we at time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
with 3 minutes over, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Yeah,
do
we
you
can,
just want
we
to
can-
tell me what spells they are, and I'll tell you if she wants them, and then this can be over.
No,
just
because this
Discorded
is
me.
because I understand what's going to happen here because I know this character, and we're going to have to play this out.
All right, so join us next week to continue some shopping and then actually maybe get to some story next week, because
I tried.
He tried. He
He
tried.
tried, he definitely tried.
we derailed. It's how D&D works. You get sessions like that. I had some fun. Serge had some. But anyway, we will join us. You guys.
Rivallon's had no fun for months.
Yeah.
You can join us next week, same time, 7:30 Britain time. You can work that one out from Google. As always, thank you to Commissar Roach for writing this campaign. You can find him at youtube.com/Commissar Roach. And I'm as always, joined by surely only Mikey, who you can now find on Twitch every now and then. He does writing and such for D&D, and sometimes might play some games. You can also find Utari Onzo, who also streams. You can find him at twitch.tv/Utari Onzo. Then, of course, we have the dynamic duo that is Red Moogle and Rival Zone Gaming. You can catch them at Rival Zone Gaming at youtube.com/Rival Zone Gaming, and the same on Twitch. And I, of course, am Midgeman. You can find me by searching Midgeman pretty much anywhere. I now even have that as my Twitter handle for I've been trying to get that since 2015, so yay for me. That's so big news. But anyway, yeah, we'll be back next week. Hope you all have a lovely rest of your week, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye now.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.